See, man ain't like a dog. And when I say man, I'm talking about man as in mankind, not man as in men. As men, well, we a lot like a dog. You know, we like to piss on things, sniff a bitch when we can. Even get a little pink heart on the way they do. And we tattoo it, you know, we gonna protect our own. But man, he know about death. Got him a sense of history. Got religion. See, dog don't know about no birthdays or Christmas or Easter bunny and none of that. One day God gonna come calling, so you know they going through life carefree. But people like you and me, man, we always guess, wonder what if, you know what I mean?
Okay, let's get down to it, boppers.
Yeah, buddy, it's the Ron and Fez show on a Monday. I don't know what you're thinking. Wait, how are you in here on a Monday? You're talking to Louis Black right now. Well, that's none of your business how we do it. I like to just call it the magic of satellite radio. Perhaps I can be more than one place at any one given time. All right, it is the Ron and Fez show. Thanks for starting us off today, Iggy. You're the best, and you are completely right. Sometimes you have to be the dog. Everybody knows this. Sometimes you got to be an atomic dog if she needs you to. Dave, are you ready to be a dog for your chick if you have to?
Hell to the yes.
Are you ever ready to be a man, though? That's your
call.
I
am. I'm working on that one.
Earl, you ready to be a dog?
Woof, woof.
Then how come you never do? How come you never do?
He thought you meant licking his own balls.
Lily, do you... And he's doing that now.
He's good.
And smelling his ass. Lily, do you ever need the man to submit, or do you like to submit?
I like to submit.
Really?
Yeah, I can
you
be
like to
very
be the
submissive.
dog.
Yeah.
You always say that, but I don't see you as being the submissive type. Maybe it's just the way that I see you treating Dave and Pitsy, but it seems like you like the upper hand.
I do, except in the bedroom.
And that's the one place where you ever say, you know what?
Yep.
Let me take responsibility, throw it out the door,
Yep.
and be the dog.
Only time I'll be second to anybody.
I'm going to get you a puppy collar. A little puppy collar that you can enjoy
one.
yourself with.
Now, according to sex therapists in the Journal of Sexual Medicine,
I didn't know you read all these journals. I think that's fantastic.
I subscribe to a lot of things. The optimal...
One of them is homosexuality.
Stop.
Well, I thought I'd do that to make up for Earl, because he's still cringing.
The optimal amount of time for sex is 3 to 13 minutes.
Now, define optimal.
Everyone is satisfied.
We don't know that. You both have to come before you're satisfied.
So, but they said, I guess according to the couples that they surveyed, 3 to 13 minutes is all that they needed at the most. Like the myth of having to go for hours and hours.
It's not a myth if she doesn't come yet. That's why you would go hours and hours. You're trying to satisfy her. You can't say to her, 13 minutes and I guess you're done. Lily, do you need to come every time?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to, or I won't do it.
Yeah, or what's the fucking use?
Exactly.
Because I've known women who are like, I can't come. And basically to me, that means I won't come. You know what I mean? I don't want to turn it over. I don't want to give in to it. Dave, do you have to have an orgasm every single time?
Yeah, what's the point?
Do you need her to have an orgasm every single time?
No, if I'm being honest with you.
That wouldn't make you feel bad about yourself?
I mean, every single time,
Yeah.
there's going to be some times where I'm going to miss the mark. And it's just, let's suck it up. I mean, we were having a good time.
Yeah.
You don't have to put everything on it.
But I mean, you would not want to have sex without an orgasm, would you?
No. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. So it's a bit hypocritical.
Yes, just a tad. No, the 3 to 13 minute rule. Do you stick in? Are you inside that one comfortably?
Yeah, I think that's a good stat.
What about you, Lo?
Yeah, closer to 13.
Now people say
I'm closer to 3.
when you have the 3, 4, 5 hour sex thing, that's new stuff. That's two people who haven't figured each other out. And then in movies or TV shows, they always act like he can only go 5 minutes, and then you're all supposed to act like the guy's fucked up. But if two people have been together for a long time, they know how to please each other, and also a lot of times the women need longer at first because they're still a little shy or apprehensive or wondering about what kind of faces they're making or whatever stupid
Sounds,
thing.
yeah.
Women always worry about all those kinds of things.
We do.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in a relationship for 8-9 months, so I don't care about those things
You're
anymore.
past it, yeah.
Yeah, I've been in the beginning. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At
It
what
was
point do
very
you
long.
quit Karen? Or at least noticing?
I don't think it's a matter of caring. I think it's a matter of comfort.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the 3 to 13 minutes go. Because I think that it's people being comfortable with each other.
Does that also include foreplay? Because the foreplay can go on for a little bit longer.
I personally, I never count the foreplay as part of the actual sex for me.
It's just the opening act.
Because you could cuddle and, kiss and all and then not even have sex if you're in a relationship. Now, you don't want to do that when you're two single people. That leads to frustration. But when it's a man and a woman who have been together for quite some time, they're not going to sit around and act like, how's this going? I hope she's getting it. You start to realize each other a little bit,
Yeah, because in the beginning it was like every time we hung out we had to have sex.
Absolutely.
And now it's like, well, maybe not tonight.
Well, you guys don't even live together.
No, we don't.
So once you do live together, it takes off any kind of, I haven't seen you in 6 days. And that's why if you really want the long-lasting, to keep the excitement going, you need to have an affair with somebody who lives on the other side of the country. And then, you talk, then you talk on the phone or whatever, and then when you do get together, you have that crazy sex weekend. But it's rare for married couples to feel like they need a 48-hour love fest because it's always there for them, you know?
And they don't have to work for it.
So that's what I think the 3 to 13 minutes goes for optimism, Fez. I don't think that works for people the first time you have sex. The first time you have sex with a woman, you really try to fucking drill her till she's senseless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like 3 to 13 times a night.
Right. It's just like, this is me, honey. This is the way I am. And it's always a lie. And then she's doing that. You know, my last boyfriend, well, fuck him. This is the way it's going to be from now on. But once you get comfortable with each other, you don't need that. I mean, remember, at one time you used to take forever to tie your shoes. Now you don't think about it anymore. You've got the physical act and the mental act of tying your shoes down. But I think we're lied to a lot by those sitcoms, like the Married with Children and the Ropers and all that kind of shit, where the woman would always be acting like the guy's not into it. Where I do think that married couples can please each other, but you cannot compete with newness. Strange is a whole different situation. And you will never get past the excitement of what it's like to have sex with a stranger.
I mean, I'll agree with that. I think in new relationships, the first time that you have sex is never really the best time.
Absolutely.
You think so?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
but the excitement level before is you can't get that kind of that nervous excitement. You can't compete with that. But I agree with you that the fact of once you get off this is new, then it's in the back of your mind. Does she like this? Or when a guy is doing something that you don't like, maybe you don't tell him right off the bat the first time, you know?
And then you'll try new things the more you get into
because
it.
You don't want to be with the guy the first time and go, you know what, enough of the nipples. You fucking are going crazy.
Or, hey, let me stick it in your ass. But it's the first date. Come on, you know.
That's out of the question for you? In the ass in the first date?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've never really...
Second?
You know what? Then I'm canceling those plans I had. I was going to take her out for a burger. I'm not going to bother now. So, I agree with you. First time is never the best. You got to perfect it. Dave, where are you on this?
Without question, you need to get 5, 6, 7 times into it.
Oh, I think even more.
Yeah,
but really get the rhythm down.
Probably. The first every time I try to bang a new chick or whatever, I never am able to achieve arousal on the first or second time.
Wow, so you can't get it up?
No, because I'm way too much into my head of, okay, this is the first time, I better perform really well here, and it just doesn't happen. And I start thinking about everything.
Even Casey, you couldn't do it the first time?
Swear.
Really?
It fucking fell flat, and I was like, oh my God. I was horrified at myself.
Be lucky she gave you a second chance.
I was really lucky.
No,
I wasn't even a good kisser.
This is kind of interesting. Lily, would you take that personally if he couldn't get it up?
Oh, yeah.
Now, remember, he's even saying it's him. He knows he's got performance anxiety. And that's why you'll never be a leadoff hitter in the fucking majors. Because you need somebody to go up there with confidence to first. Anybody can get the rhythm of the picture if you've been watching the 7 fucking guys.
Right, I'd be perfect in the 5-hole.
Oh, no, I'm going deeper with you.
Oh, come on.
I'm fucking 8. You're batting 8.
381.
Yeah, but that's because you didn't lead off. You lead off, you fucking opening time, you can't even get on base. So, knowing that, Dave, even meeting a woman and having sex with her the first time never was a good experience for you.
It was not a good
and
experience.
You knew it coming up.
Yeah.
Because I remember with her, you were getting the over-the-counter fake Viagra's.
That's exactly why I was doing that. Was because I didn't want to tell you guys, but... It was because of that fear.
I think we figured it out.
Yeah.
The problem was.
From the pills.
And I was taking like 8 or 9 of them, and then I'd be like, well, maybe I took too many. And so then the next night, I took like 3, and then it didn't happen again, and I was like, well, maybe I didn't take enough. So I was like, oh.
Now, this is the funny thing. So you have performance anxiety until you're comfortable with the woman, and now you've never had that problem again, right?
No, never. I don't take hard-ons anymore.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
And first of all, I don't think that you should be in that fucking state. But I think everyone has some amount of that. Now, like you, I can't rub a limp dick on a fucking woman and then think I could go on living. That just can't that couldn't happen for me.
Well,
I'd rather put a fucking bullet in my head. That's just me, though. You can't go by Ronnie B's rules.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill myself.
Yeah. Now, Fezzi, you said that was your fear why you turned down Coco.
That's my biggest fear, that when we got intimate, that I would hurt her feelings and I wouldn't be able to perform, hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
You should have come to me. You keep
for your hard-on pill? I can't take those. My stencil pop out.
Well, not for that. Basically, it comes down to this. You have somebody who cares about you enough, who doesn't think it's some kind of race.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was the case. And then, you just figure out there's ways to get around it. In my case, I want to keep this romantic and classy, but she had to blow me a little extra. And then I stayed hard and everything took off. And also I realized that the condoms...
Is that more romantic or classy?
The condoms also make me limp, too.
But beyond what he said, there is a certain amount of romance to people going, I'm going to do what I need to do to make you feel comfortable.
Yep.
Because I've been with women before, you're not going to believe this, but maybe they've had abused histories. So I got to settle them down a little bit. Remind them, I'm not a raping uncle. This is a safe place for you. Because there are women, a lot, if you get to know a lot of them, who sex, because of shit that happened to them before, is not a pleasant thought. So you got to relax them down. And in my case, I say, give them a little control. Who wants to be up on top? Who's running the show? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're not being... No one is sticking panties in your mouth right now and shoving you face first into a hamper. This is a different situation. But later we will reenact that. Why? To get over it.
I think that's a really good point.
That's considerate.
My point is anything can happen and it's okay. That's my fucking point from the beginning. I don't fall into this bullshit thing that it has to happen some certain way. And that's why I don't fall into that whole, all right, I'm going to put out rose petals and we're going to have a bunch of candles. Shut the fuck up with that.
Like in the movies when they do it for the first time,
Yeah.
it's all like they're all having all this pleasure. I'm like, no, the first time is so fucking awkward.
And it's
You're
faster.
like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's fucking crazy. Sometimes you're fucking with, everyone's got their goddamn pants still stuck onto their leg. They never show real sex
No.
in films.
That's my
Not even in
biggest problem.
porn. Porn is people watch porn for sexual reasons, but that's still fake fucking sex.
Yeah.
It's either one extreme or the other. Because
Right.
in the movies, it's so romantic and that's not real. And then in porn, it's so over the top.
Girls
Yeah.
getting banged
You
over a
like that,
sink.
daddy? Like, I mean, yeah, there's girls who do that, but that's
Hold
not
on, say that
real.
again.
You like that, daddy?
And isolate. But yeah, we get lied to time and time again from just about everybody. Good news for you, your Mariah Carey has moved up
Yes.
into the tracks, and she finds herself what?
Number 2 and having the most number 1 singles ever.
Which is surprising to me. She's past Elvis.
She's past Elvis. She was tied with Elvis for third place, or second place, but now she is
Second place on her own.
Right.
To the Beatles, yeah.
Now, let's even fucking play this game. Fez, how many Mariah Carey singles can you say off the top of your head? Because she's had, 30 or something number one songs?
18 number 1
18
singles.
and the Beatles around 30?
20, I think.
That's all?
I'm pretty sure I read 20.
Wow. All right, how many Mariah Careys can you mention?
I don't think I can name one Mariah Carey song. Did she do something?
All right, no.
I would say, think 2.
Go ahead.
Butterfly. There was something with
That's one of
butterfly
mine.
and glitter.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I had Rhythm of Love and the Michael Jackson remake that she did.
Right.
I can't.
Be There.
I'll be there.
I'll Be There.
So that's 2 I could come up
Didn't
with.
she do something called Honey?
Honey was
Yeah.
the single off of the
I thought that was
Butterfly
the
album.
movie. All right, Earl, how many can you mention?
3. Visions of Love.
Which is a great fucking song.
Yeah.
The only song of hers I think
Her
is
first
really
number 1 single.
First
by
Yeah,
the
it's
way.
a great fucking song.
Was there One Sweet Day? One
That
Fine
I don't
Day?
know.
With Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men, which, by the way, has the record of holding the number 1 spot the longest on the charts. 16
Yeah.
weeks at number
It's a
1.
great song.
And Emotions, which ripped off another song by I think
No,
by
you're thinking Fantasy.
Fantasy. Yeah.
So now, this is somebody who's, around today, Mariah Carey. Now, name the number 1 Elvis fucking songs that you can come up with. You could probably do all 18.
Yeah.
That's the
Lovely.
fucking weird deal about that.
Yeah. She's a giant, but how did she get there? How'd
Well,
she get
she
to the
has a
spot?
certain audience, and Lily's in that audience. You still
Although
like her?
I hate her new song. I despise it.
I wouldn't know the difference.
That's Touch My Body?
Yeah,
That's the new one?
That's the one.
Blunt.
Talk about fucking unappealing sexual things. You like that, Daddy? All right, let's see what they are. We Belong Together. Does anybody know that?
Yes.
No.
Boy, It's Like That. These are the number ones.
I don't
Never-
think that was a number one single.
Never Forget You.
No, that was not a number one single.
Oh, God, I can't believe I missed this one. Hero.
Yeah.
We used to play that on the show.
I was
I used to
for
play that for
sure
myself.
Somebody was gonna. I was sure somebody was gonna bring it up.
That was one of the songs that people played for me when I was a big hero. Dream Lover, I should have known that one.
That's actually one of my favorites.
I don't know a lot of these.
Yeah, this is chick music.
I could
Against
rattle
All
them off.
Odds, is that the remake from the Phil Collins?
I don't think it was ever a number one though, so I could rattle some off. Love Takes Time.
Never
off
heard
of her
it.
first album.
These are our number ones right here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you can. Visions of Love was number one. That was 1990.
Yep.
This is how long she's been around. 18 years. Love Takes Time is right there. Then what was the next one?
Hero?
No. Hero didn't come for another 5 fucking number ones.
Jesus. God, this is going so.
Someday.
Someday, yeah, where she's in the school with the wild curly hair.
You know these?
One Sweet Day, is that up
We
there?
said that, yeah.
Oh.
That's later, though.
Oh, okay.
Fantasy,
Yeah, a Fantasy came after Hero.
Emotions.
Emotions, I'll Be There, Dream Lover, Hero, Fantasy, One Sweet Day. She was on a roll here for a
Yeah.
little while. She was just on a roll there in the early 90s. Always Be My Baby, Honey.
Heartbreaker?
Yes.
Heartbreaker was
Heartbreaker.
next. Heartbreaker,
Yeah.
Dreammaker.
No, that's Pat Benatar.
Thank God I Found You, featuring Joe in 98 Degrees.
Yeah, that's our full
Joe?
That's what it says here, featuring Joe in 98 Degrees.
Not exactly a showbiz name. Joe.
Maybe
Got
it's
him? Joe.
Wasn't it Fat Joe or something?
Well, if it was Fat Joe, that's a name.
But now he's lost that weight. We Belong to Don't Forget Us and Touch My Body. Here's our Elvis's. Heartbreak Hotel. I Want You, I Need You. Don't Be Cruel. Love Me Tender. Too Much. That one I don't think I'd know a fan. All Shook Up. Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear. Jailhouse Rock. Don't. Hard-Headed Woman. Big Hunk of Love. Stuck on You. It's Now or Never. Are You Lonesome Tonight? Surrender. Good Luck Charm. And Suspicious Minds. Now, all but the last one he had in a 6-year period. Where hers are way more spread out.
Wow.
So he had 17 number ones. And if you really look for when he went into the army at what, 1960?
Yeah.
So he had like 12 number ones in 4 years.
That's insane.
Jesus.
Now, A Little Less Conversation wasn't on that list.
No.
Wow.
That didn't become a big hit until he came back, remember?
Yeah, the guy remixed it.
Yeah, that was the big remix
Yeah.
number.
You know, it
All right, here's one for you. We got in that sleeping thing. Who would you rather sleep with, Mariah Carey or Elvis Presley? You can have them both in their prime.
Elvis Presley.
I'll go Mariah Carey.
Elvis Presley.
Gotta go with Mariah. She's a piece of ass.
Fez?
Elvis.
Yeah, give me the king also. I'm going to go the king. And I'll give you one reason why. That one would really impress my mom and my aunt. Where I don't think they would even know who Mariah Carey was. But if I called them up and I went, I fucked primetime Elvis, they would be ecstatic. And I'd want to do it in the jungle room, on the floor, in the jungle room.
I'd want to be in that bathroom. You
Where
know,
he
that
died?
one. Yeah.
I'd be like fucking Dave. Just shit flying everywhere.
Oh, man, come on. Don't you think of Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston almost as like different eras? But if Mariah Carey's 1990, Whitney was what, 86? They're basically
Yeah.
they're
Right.
practically
She
parallel.
fucking took that diva torch, because we can only have one diva at any good time. And Whitney had to hand over the diva torch.
Well, Whitney's last thing was Bodyguard, wasn't it? There wasn't
Yeah.
anything after that
She
for
did
her.
like an album.
Then
or
she
two
found
that
the
was not
fucking
good.
rock.
Yeah.
Once she got into that fucking rock, she didn't care about anything but it.
I guess
Diva Torch was lighting the pipe.
Christina Aguilera is probably the diva of today.
Yeah, but she still doesn't have as much hits, I think, as Whitney and Mariah did early on.
I will
yeah.
tell you something else. That Dirty album would have been her last album if she didn't take that one hit from that fucking broad and do that beautiful fucking
Yeah.
song. And that became a monster fucking hit.
Yeah.
But the rest of the album was fucking, it was her writing it, and that was the stupidest shit ever. And they forced her to do that song. She didn't want to. She said it fucked up her album. Now it's the only thing. Now she's flying around like it's her magic carpet.
And it's a shame because she's got a fantastic voice.
A voice ain't enough, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with great voices, but that doesn't necessarily mean you want to listen to them. That's what American Idol can't figure out. No one cares about the range. You have to have a certain amount of fucking soul, of fucking life that you're bringing into these songs. Or else we'd all just sit around and listen to fucking opera singers. You don't have no one's got more range than an opera singer,
Right.
but how long can you listen to that? Now, Fez, you were telling me about R.E.M.
REM, yeah, Rolling Stone says this is the best REM album yet.
That I don't know if I agree with.
Accelerate, that came out.
I saw him do the new single on TV. It didn't grab me. And I don't know whether it's possible to do your best album 25, 30 years into your career. I just don't know if it happens.
I always think a band's best albums are their first 2 albums.
Somewhere in there?
The
I'm going to
first
go.
2.
I'm going to say in the first 5
Okay.
or 4, the best album has to come out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to base that on, let's look. The Beatles, their best albums came like 5 or 6, right?
That's true.
I would argue different fucking bands.
Yeah, Bruce probably.
And I'd say the same thing as Springsteen.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to disagree with the Springsteen. I'm going to think it was probably the first 2 for me, maybe the third. When he got really popular, didn't work for me at all. But the Rolling Stones, they probably were 4 or 5 albums in.
Floyd was a lot better by their, 4th or 5th album.
U2.
Their first music was.
But you wouldn't expect a Floyd album to come out now to go, this is the best thing they've ever done.
Not usually.
You almost have an athletic type life there for an artist. Now, the weird thing is, we don't think that way about the blues guys. The blues guys, you never go, a lot of their older albums are the stuff that we know. The John Lee Hooker or whatever. You're like, yeah, I loved him when he was 80. I didn't like him when he was young in his 60s.
How about like some bands who have like a bad period and then somehow are able to get their shit back together and put out good albums? Like a Neil Young, some of his stuff is of the 80s, the early 80s, I think was really bad.
Well,
the Transformer stuff.
He went through an experimental period.
Yeah.
And then he came back to what he did.
Right.
So, he did step away from his sound. Now, and a lot of times it's like a drug thing, where bands are so fucked up on drugs, figure like an Aerosmith or a Motley Crue, that they have to get off fucking drugs to come back. But then you go back, you know what? I really preferred your drug stuff before you went too far. There was a drug period that worked.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones, their real drug period worked better than when they got straightened out.
Oh, yeah. Sticky Fingers, they were really, really high.
I would say the same thing for Red Hot Chili Peppers. You were better before you got yourself back together. Doesn't mean that if they didn't get themselves back together, they'd still be alive, though.
With a band not being able to put out as great an album as their early album, do you think that could be something to do with the fans, where it's like you can't be as excited about a later album as when you first heard them?
You say that, but with a lot of people, you're able to sit back and look at them. Let's say if you're 18 years old now, you can go and be introduced to any fucking era of the Rolling Stones at the same time, right?
Right.
They're not waiting for the album to come out. So there are a lot of people in their teens who are like, I love Sticky Fingers, or even your early 20s. And they're able to say that that's better than the 80s and 90s. So I don't fall for that.
Okay.
I really do think that there is a creativity thing that maybe the guys get a little champ fat. If you look at somebody like Pepper Hicks, he is a young guy who's a fan of all music.
Right.
And he tends to go for the best fucking period. He's not encumbered by, what was happening of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
I think that you can critically get to where a band was at their best.
I think a lot of people, if they want to get into the Beatles, they start with the Sgt. Pepper's and
Absolutely.
the White Album.
A young person is not going to start with She Loves You,
right?
Fucking Help album.
That's how I got into the Beatles too, because my mom had a Sgt. Pepper's and I started listening to it. I used to think they were shit, and then I just listened to it. Then I worked my way into it. I'm still not all the way there. I just kind of finished White Album a little while ago, but I'm doing.
So you're slowly but surely going after the Beatles.
Yeah. I think it's better than not even caring about them at all. At least I opened up to it.
I didn't ask you. I don't think it's a problem.
I got
what
this
people
one laughing
listen
over
to.
here.
Well, he's laughing because, your favorite band ever is Backstreet. And now you went back to the original boy band.
Yeah.
What about like hip hop albums? I think that always hip hop, like A hip hop artist's first album is always their best one.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to fucking think of that. I'm not the world's biggest hip hop fan.
I disagree. I mean, like Jay-Z's album, you could see his progression as an artist from Reasonable Doubt to when he got to Blueprint 1 and 2.
Yeah, but he's got shit in between. His first album is amazing.
Eminem's second album is better than the first album.
Actually, Eminem's real first album was that, not good, shitty thing that he put out.
Not the Slim Shady thing?
Hi, My Name Is was actually technically his second album.
Yeah, but if you
even
look
the
at
third album was hugely critically acclaimed, much more so than Slim Shady.
But if you look at like what people would consider the best hip hop albums, most of them are like.
Are you talking about like The Chronic and stuff like that?
Yeah, Nas's first album, Illmatic, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubts. These are all first albums. Wu-Tang's first album.
But a lot of times it does get back to, these are my chops, this is what I'm bringing in. And in hip hop, you're really more of a victim of that because you can't act like, now I'm going to add some instrumental stuff, or, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's really about whatever your personality is in hip hop, and that comes out very, very fucking quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that happens very quickly. And I hate to say it, I hate to take away, but that's not the same thing as being a musician. No,
but a lot of them do write their own stuff. So
yeah, but I don't know whether I would call that music. It's not like the same way as being in the band where people can actually get better at their instruments. What are you going to do when you're a rapper? Brag more? If anything, all you can do is mature more and start to have, if you look at, like, let's say Eminem, at first he's just talking about his dick or whatever, then as he's growing up a little more, he's talking about more things of life other than just himself. So in that way a person can mature, but almost just as a person. The same way with a comic. Normally the comic, you like what they're fucking writing, not so and their personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're tied in with their personality very, very much. Or I don't know if you're tied in with the personality of certain musicians, particularly those that aren't the singer, Go ahead, Earl.
No, you were saying with hip hop, I think with that first album, there's such a hunger level because they have this whole mindset, if I don't hit it with this first record, I don't eat. You know what I mean? Whereas, well, up until a while ago, bands, they have that chance to grow. They have a chance to mainly perform more than anything else. Hip hop guys don't have a whole lot of outlets to perform, so they feel like, let's pour it all into this one record, this one CD, this one mixtape, whatever, and they just pour their heart and soul into it more.
I agree with you, Earl. Can't believe I said that, but I do.
And it could be for rock bands. I mean, if you fucking hear Appetite for Destruction, that's a hungry fucking band who was going for it. Even in their next couple albums, you don't hear that same exact thing. You hear laziness that you didn't hear at first.
Well, I mean, there's more background singers.
So finally, they suck so bad.
They don't suck. Please.
Kind of they do.
They don't. Slash's Velvet Revolver was a hit.
I thought I was going to marry Axl Rose. Believe me, I just think he's shit now.
Ouch.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's shit. Why? Because he got beat up by Tommy Hilfiger?
Yeah, that's kind of
They will reunite.
But we're talking about that as music. Does it happen with fucking actors? Does it happen with like a TV show?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think a TV show can mature. I think that you can watch a show and say it's better in its third or fourth year sometimes.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
My favorite show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, was awful the first 2 seasons, and then it got so much better.
Then it kicked in.
Yeah.
Hi, that's the Buffy rule. What about for you, Fez?
I would say Cheers got better as it went on.
But what about these reality shows? They're a little cheesy. If you got the first Survivor, you don't really need to see any Survivor after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the same could be said of, let's say, like a Real World.
Right.
Or does that grow?
No, if anything, it's devolved sensationally. But, like, for someone who is obsessed with that show, I keep watching it.
You're obsessed?
Yeah, but it's not as interesting. The kids don't have anything intelligent to say. It's all about...
Did they the first year?
Yeah, I think they did. I think Kevin Powell, was like this young African-American who was teaching
Who knows
us...
more about Real World?
Oh, I am the champion of Real World.
I know
trivia.
more about Real World than Dave does.
Dave, Earl, are you a Real World person?
I followed it for about, I mean, they lost me like the last 3 or 4 seasons, but I know.
Where did you get off? What was the last season you watched hard?
Was it Miami?
That was 4th season.
That was early on.
4th season.
It was
Miami
season number 5. Looks like I get 50 points.
No. It was
I
New
didn't
York,
realize we were
LA,
giving out
San
50s.
Francisco, then Miami.
You missed London.
London was the
Face. London face.
Oh.
London.
You got London.
I'll take the defeat. All right.
I think I stopped completely after Hawaii. There was
Hawaii
no
was great.
point
It was
at
a good
all
one.
after Hawaii.
San Diego was the last
Vegas
one.
was next,
Vegas was the very next one after Hawaii.
and that was the one that fucking jumped the shark. They came in fucking.
Right,
Yeah,
But in Hawaii, they got fucking naked in the first 5
And that
minutes.
girl had the drinking problem. That was like
Ruthie.
real stuff.
that was good stuff. But the Real World Vegas still has the highest ratings of any Real World show.
Because they did
that's the
nothing but
biggest
Well, that
one.
doesn't mean anything.
No, I know. I'm just saying that was the most popular.
That's not what I'm
season.
talking about. I'm talking about the best, not the most popular.
Best is Real World Los Angeles, definitely.
Well, I'll pick best was Seattle. I don't think that you could fucking top the thing of Seattle.
I just saw an update on Steven from Real World Seattle. What he's up to is getting arrested for prostitution.
Oh, I heard something about. Now he also got busted for weed or something before.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
busted
Remember
weed?
when that fight? I will roll you up like a joint. He yelled that out 8 fucking times.
Weed?
Lily,
Prostitution,
you're a
assault.
Real World fan too?
Yeah. I stopped watching since San Diego, but my favorite was always Miami. When they were having
do you
a
watch
threesome in the shower,
Do you
they
watch
broke
the
the window to
Real
get
World
in.
versus Road Rules? Fucking.
I gave up when they started doing Gauntlet and Inferno. When it was just
Yeah.
Real
Right.
World versus Road Rules,
Too
I
much.
watched it. Now there's too many and they're all the
Too much-
same.
And they've canceled Road Rules, basically. So it's like, why?
I'll tell you the truth. I was never a big Road Rules fan.
You didn't?
I thought it was stupid and set up.
And
I found it to be like Real World meets Amazing Race.
Yeah, and I hate Amazing Race.
and then once you realize that Road Rules was just Real World cast-off when they started doing casting specials, and they were like, well, just throw this person on Road Rules, because they would never
Oh,
survive
yeah.
in the house.
The kids have just given me some questions. I'm willing to give you guys a test.
Oh, let's do it.
I don't know how I'm going to put this together. I guess I'll ask you people. You have to tell me the season, or I'll give you a clue, and you have to tell me who the person is.
Are we just screaming out?
Why don't you hit the thing, and I'll have Fez keep an eye on you. Fez, I don't have that many questions here, so I'll do what I have. How many seasons have we had so far, by the way?
16.
I was gonna say
16
14.
seasons.
No one's slapping.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm asking.
Oh.
Because according to this, I have 19 seasons.
Pity's wrong.
With-
Or you.
What was the last Real World that you remember?
This past one to Australia.
Okay, that was season 19.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Well, they started doing 2 a year, like 4 years ago.
I
so
didn't know that.
And don't forget
Oh.
they did New York twice.
Back to New York was 10.
Yeah.
They're going back to Hollywood for this season. Coming up. 2 weeks, Ron.
All right, I'm going to ask a question. You tell me just the name of the person. All right.
Okay.
All right, we got 3 playing.
Okay.
Fez.
Yeah.
She had Lyme's disease.
Pitsy.
That was Irene
Irene.
from Seattle.
Okay, I'll give it to
Come
you.
on.
As Irene McGee.
Oh, I didn't know we need to know last
They
names.
never gave last names on the show.
All right. Has done TV and movies. And,
Pitsy.
Jacinda.
wrong. Has take his 1 point off now.
Okay. Go on.
This one will be open to whoever wants to tell.
I can't
He has done
remember
TV and movies, including Van Wilder.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to take a guess here.
Dave.
I'm going to say Mr. Eric Neese from Real
No,
World New York.
wrong.
Shit. Come on, Lily.
I
He
have
doesn't
no
lose on
guess.
that.
I have no guess.
It's Tech.
It is tech.
It is tech.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No points scored.
All right. No points scored. What's the score now, Fez?
0-0 to 0.
Oh, he doesn't
Okay.
get negative?
No, no. Only
Okay.
the first person will get a negative.
Okay.
After that, it's free and open to everybody.
Fuck.
This one surprises me. I had no idea this. Married actor Scott Wolf.
That is
Pitsy.
Kelly from New Orleans.
Very right.
Jeez.
Pitsy seems made to be the gunner.
No,
Fuck you, Dave.
Posed for Playboy.
Trishelle
Oh,
from Las Vegas.
Let me see if she did, because that wasn't the one that I
She
had
did.
down.
She did.
Did she pose for Playboy?
I think more than one have posed
It
for
would- they
All right,
did-
Playboy.
I'll give it to Lily then, because that was my fault.
Oh, that's
That was my
bullshit.
fault. I'll come back to other questions.
Okay.
So what's the scores now?
It is tied. Pitsy 1, Lily 1, Dave 0.
Okay.
Wow, Dave, you're really bad. at
My
this.
buzzers were
I know.
Yeah. All right, this is interesting. Now manages a motorcycle shop in L.A.
Pitsy.
Puck.
Is from what season?
San Francisco?
Yes,
Damn it.
is
Damn.
correct. Pitts.
Getting lucky.
Pitsy takes the lead. 2 to Lily's 1 to Dave's nothing.
Died from cystic fibro.
Dave.
That would be Pedro from San Francisco.
Wrong.
No.
Pitsy.
Frankie.
I'm getting
From?
cystic fibrosis confused with AIDS.
San Diego.
Yes. Fuck. Give me the.
Frankie? She's dead? When did she fucking die?
Yes, Frankie is dead.
He's not keeping up with
That's
it.
horrible. She was
I know how Pedro died.
All right. Well, we'll see if that ever comes out.
Pitsy is in the lead. 3 to Lily's 1 to Dave's nothing.
All right. Are you ready for this?
No.
Now, she has competed in the Miss Peru Universe competition. Yes.
Pitsy.
Joanna.
From?
I don't know, Joey.
Australia.
Oh,
No.
sorry. That's too bad, because he did have it right, though. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give it to
Okay.
him.
No, the season is everything. Oh, this is. I protest.
Out of curiosity, what season was she from?
What do you think? I mean, should he get it?
No.
No.
Nobody else
No.
knew
At
it.
least
I'm
half
sorry.
of
Don't
it.
get it.
come
I'm
on.
sorry.
Really?
That's going against.
All right, so he doesn't get it, and does he lose a
Real
point?
New York, too?
No, you will lose the point. You just throw that out. 'Cause that wasn't it.
I don't know, Joanna.
She's from Austin.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
So I fucking hated that season anyway.
All right, so you didn't get that point, and you lose one for being the first one wrong.
Now, no, I wouldn't do that to him. I think
Okay.
that's cheating.
Thank you.
And I'm going to make a judge's. Now fronts the rock band Becky.
David.
That would be Becky from Real World New York.
Wrong.
Oh, come on.
Andre from Real World New York.
Wrong.
I have no guess. Oh, guy from Boston. Steve?
Wrong.
Oh.
That was Rebecca Lord from Real World Seattle. She was Becky. She knows it. She a hot blonde chick.
She had bug eyes a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
She kind of tried to stay out of
She's in a
everything.
band?
Tried to be everyone's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Fuck.
Would even give Steven sympathy.
All right. He's a comic book writer.
Judd from San Francisco.
Is correct.
I was going to get that one, though.
He has married Rachel from season 3.
That was Pitsy.
Pitsy.
Sean from Boston.
Oh, damn you! I knew
Yeah.
that one.
What? Give me some scores here.
Pitsy in first place with 5 points. Lily in second place with 1 point. Eastside Dave, 0 points.
I don't like this.
Now the host of G4's Electric Playground.
Lily.
Eric Nice, New
Wrong.
York.
Wrong.
Go ahead, buzz in. Pity.
I know who it is, but I don't know her name.
Dave.
I'm going to say Vestal Archick from Real World Los Angeles.
All right, I'm going to give you. No, you don't have it. I'm going to give you all another clue for her.
Okay.
She now hosts G4's Electric Playground. She was a Mormon.
Julie.
And from?
Can I Boston?
Castillo. No,
I had to ring it.
New Orleans.
Who
New
was
I had to
Orleans.
ring it.
Dave was next.
I'll take it. Yes, Julie from Real World New Orleans, and I'm on the board.
God
And
damn it.
Now, do not get the train started. I'm going to fucking roll over you people.
What's the score, Fez?
Pitsy first place with 5 points. Eastside Dave and Lily tied for second with 1 point each.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
I can't come last. Come in last.
You will.
She wants to come first. Start on Oxygen's Woman's Behaving Badly.
Oxygen's woman behaving bad.
If I know what season, can I get half a point?
No.
I know. I cannot remember her name.
The season was
I'm going to guess New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I can't remember her name.
Melissa from New Orleans.
Yes, is correct.
Oh.
This is a
Pitsy,
rape.
Commanding lead.
You
is
should get half.
rape.
I should get half that point.
It does seem like a rape to me.
I should at least get 0.5 because
You're not getting any of that bullshit.
He never would have gotten it if I didn't give him New Orleans.
Here we go, kids. Back in.
Come on.
Recently shot a pilot for Grand Strand with Aaron Carter and Robin Carraba.
Ryan Carrera.
Whatever.
Ryan Cabrera.
Ryan Cabrera. Okay, no one's got it. I'm going to give you another clue. Was the host of MTV's The Grind.
Pitsy.
Eric Nice.
Oh, come on. I had that.
I'm watching the hands.
All right. This person auditioned for the View and was
Pitsy.
Rachel from San Francisco.
No.
She did.
yes.
She did.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you,
No,
opposing
she
player.
did. Because I was gonna fucking answer
She was
that.
second runner-up. She was second
Yeah.
runner-up twice.
Yeah.
Twice
Yeah.
she was second runner-up for the View.
Oh, boy.
You know how much life-changing that would have been for a person? You get an easy gig with big money, and twice
She's
she
got
blew it.
lumberjack baby.
Pitsy in first place, 8 points. Eastside Dave and Lily right behind him with 1 each.
I should have
He
1.5.
has to have his hand higher.
He is currently a music and TV exec at Disney.
Was Michael Eisner ever on the Real Housewives?
And now I'm going to give you another clue. And he was part of the Los Angeles cast.
David.
Aaron from Los Angeles.
Wrong.
Fuck.
Currently a music and TV exec at
now I
Disney. Dave, you're out.
John from Los Angeles.
Wrong. Lily, you get the next. Los Angeles. Currently
Can
a.
I come back in?
Mike? I don't know.
Can I
All
come
right,
back
Mike.
in?
Everyone got it wrong. We're going to do it again.
Okay.
Can I come back in?
I'm going to give you the next clue.
Okay.
It was the Irish guy.
Dominic from Los Angeles.
Is correct.
As soon as you said music,
Yeah.
Are you ready? Did movies including Bridget Jones 2?
That was Pitsy.
Jacinda from London.
Yes.
oh man, I thought that was close.
She's a professor at UC San Francisco.
David.
Who was Pam San Francisco?
Who was that?
What? We're not Jeopardy shit. Was that right?
Yes, you
Yes.
were.
Yes, it's a point for Eastside Dave. Right now, we have Pitsy in the lead with 9 points. Eastside Dave in second with 3 points. Lily with 1.
Had a part on Days of Our Lives. All right, I'm going to give you another clue. Part of the Chicago cast.
Oh, I know this. Oh my God.
One more clue. Yeah.
Eastside Dave.
Chris Chicago?
Wrong.
Fuck. That would have been the perfect guess.
I'm out.
The initials are KB, and so the only thing left I can give you in Chicago. It was Kyle Brandt. Kyle Brandt.
I knew it was one of those
liked
guys.
him.
Remember
In
Kyle and
Yeah.
Chris?
Chicago.
I knew it was either Kyle or Chris. Went back and forth.
Has been arrested for prostitution and car theft.
Eastside Dave.
Steven Seattle.
Yes.
Yes! The comeback is on.
This is an interesting one. Now has a psychic internet show.
This is weird. Psychic internet show. Psychic internet show. I cannot think of it.
Next clue. Part of Hawaiian cast.
Eastside Dave.
I will say, I'll have to say Ruthie Hawaii.
Wrong.
The blonde. What the fuck's her name?
Pitsy.
Amaya, Hawaii.
Yeah. What's his score?
Game over.
It is Pitsy, 10. Eastside Dave, 4. Lily, 1.
Yeah, let's shut this down.
Yeah!
This is a fucking disaster.
Well,
Beanie Cup goes!
Yeah!
Beanie Cup goes!
Shooter!
To Shooter!
no. This is ridiculous.
Hey, Shooter!
It's my mom's cup, though. I don't do... It's ridiculous.
Ron and Fez hanging out with you till 3 o'clock. Somehow, as we're having this conversation, I am doing an unmasked. How? The magic, the absolute magic of satellite radio. We'll take a break. We're right back. Ron and Fez.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
7'4", 520 pounds. Watley has a posse. Oh, baby Fez. Oh, baby Fez. Watley has a posse. And when you put on your Watley posse t-shirt, you let everyone know where you stand. Watley has a posse. The Watley posse is taking over
play this. People are Fez Whatley fans?
Yes!
Earl, you're a Fez Whatley fan?
Of course I'm a Fez
You're in the Whatley posse?
Earl was one of the first to sign up.
All right, if you're part of the Whatley posse, it's now the time to come out. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Wait a minute, Mikey boy, you're not part of
The Whatley Posse? Yes, I am.
Oh,
Yes, of course he is.
Oh, it's my good friend Fred from Brooklyn.
Ron?
Yeah.
I'm a long-standing member of the Whatley Posse.
Here's Uncle Inky. I know Uncle Inky will back me up.
What's up, Ronnie? Listen, all the mean, hateful things that FBA's done over the years has been training for this day. We are a Whatley Posse sleeper cell.
Here's Charles Manson. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
This is Charles Manson. I'm part of a Whatley Posse.
This is going crazy. All right, I know somebody that can finally bring some sensibility back to this. Ted Bundy, famous serial killer.
Hey, buddy. West Coast Whatley's checking in here.
Wait, Ted, not you. You're part of the Whatley posse?
I'm a full-fledged member.
Fez, I want you to talk to somebody I know that you respect, and that's Randy Savage. Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Macho Man Randy Savage, long-time standing member of the Whatley Posse.
No. All right, let's talk to somebody I know we can count on, and it's somebody that I go to for a cool head, and so does Earl, and that's Mario Van Peebles. Mario Van Peebles, welcome to the Ron and Fez show.
How you doing, guys?
Please talk some sense into these guys.
No, I gotta say I'm part of the Whatley Posse. Sing me! Mario!
I know somebody that you will respect and you will listen to, and that's Civil War General Robert E. Lee.
The whole Confederate Army is behind the Whatley Posse!
Why has God forsaken me on this day? Where's God? I know, I'll check with the Pope. The Pope will help me.
Bless you, my child. Whatley Posse card holder, number 777.
No!
7'4", 520 pounds. Whatley has a posse, and all you have to do is obey Fez. Whatley has a posse, and when you put on your Whatley Posse t-shirt, you let everyone know where you stand.
It's the Ron and Fez show.
Nobody ever believed he was real. Nobody ever knew him or saw anybody that ever worked directly for him. But to hear Kobayashi tell it anybody could have worked for Soze, you never knew. That was his power. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Back with the Ron and Fez show on a Monday. This Thursday, Janine Garofalo, she is going to be unmasked. That's this Thursday at Comics Comedy Club, 3:30. For tickets for that, you can email live at xmradio.com. That's live at xmradio.com is the email address. Put in the subject heading Janine Garofalo. That's for this Thursday, Comics Comedy Club in New York City. Is there a social situation that makes you guys uneasy, that weirds you out?
Tea with Nazis. I cannot stand having tea with Nazis. You know why? You never know when they're going to start attacking. Why, is something on your mind, Fez?
Well, I had one where I was like in a store the other day, and it's like the clerk wanted to make small talk with me.
Yeah.
You know, the person waiting on me, and it was like, you know what? I'd rather just go ahead and get my stuff and get out of here. Mm-hmm. You know, it just made it awkward.
Well, I don't like when they ask you to fill out forms.
Yeah.
When you're just buying batteries, and they're like, yes, can I have your name and address? No. And I always tell them, no, you can't. I'd like to be the man who buys batteries and then disappears without ever anyone knowing where he lives and what kind of work. Consider me the Lone Ranger of purchases today. You never had the opportunity, so I won't do that. As far as making small talk, like about the weather or something.
Well, I was buying I was buying a birthday gift for my niece, and
What'd you get her?
I got her some sort of.
What'd you pay for that birthday gift?
See, that's what I'm getting at here.
You don't want the clerk to know?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Who's this for? It doesn't matter who's it's for.
Why don't you just say it's for my own fucking pleasure? Don't worry about it. Put it in a bag, hot shot. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
But why? Here's what I don't understand, Fezzi, and you run into this problem. Why do you immediately go on the defense? Why can't you just have a little fun with it?
Well, because I'd rather just not. I'm trying to stop it immediately.
But, A, you can't stop it immediately, so why not have fun with it?
How would I have fun with it?
Give me the question. I'm you. I'm buying. What did you buy your niece?
I got her one of those like butterfly Barbies or fairy Barbies, whatever they are.
I got a butterfly Barbie. Hi, I'd like to buy this butterfly Barbie.
Who's this for?
It's for your mom's cunt. I want to see if I can get the whole thing up there. Real quick. I think I can do it. My friend Ron thinks I'm a liar. So I'm going to put this into your mom's twat without touching the sides. And then you're out of there and it's none of his fucking business.
That'll be $22.95. Thank you.
Yeah. Give me another
one. Gee, it's you seem to be doing an awful lot of shopping today.
Yeah. Why don't you write that in the fucking book called None of My Business by the dumb clerk? And then he fucking knows you don't care. Right?
Yeah. That's a much better way to go with it, I guess.
Why would I defend to be like, oh, I'm worried about it? It's none of his fucking business. You're a grown man. You're a witty guy.
Right.
Get people off your fucking back. Or just tell him things. What are you worried about? He ain't going to follow you home.
Well, I know, but it's like, I'm not there for conversation. I'm like, if I go into a store, I usually like to buy something and get right back out.
Why, though?
It just makes me feel more comfortable to get it done and get it over with.
It makes you feel more comfortable because you haven't mastered small talk.
Right.
You worry about that. Now, I agree with you. I'm not a big conversationalist. Why? I get paid to have a fucking conversation.
Right.
And I point that out to people quite a bit. I go, you cannot afford what it costs to have Ronnie B sitting here fucking telling you his thoughts. This is something I sell to the general population. This is a fucking gig. You're going to be paying me gig prices. And you're going to be going in deep in those shallow fucking pockets of yours, clerky.
There's nothing more awkward to me than when small talk, whether it's someone I know or don't know, and it's going nowhere.
Small talk goes nowhere. Small talk has no purpose other than to pass the time. So your job in life is to pass the time until you die. That's all you're here for. You pass the time, you have some experiences. That's it. Then you die, you disappear. And that's the end of it all. You're trying to not be fucking nervous as much as you can be. But you're in charge of any conversation that you're in, Fez. For some reason, you feel like this fucking clerk is in charge and you're not.
Well, yeah, and when it's someone I know, then it's always going to go back to, wow, Fez was either rude to me or didn't want to talk to me.
Well, why would you be rude to people? If you know the person, why don't you want to talk to them?
Well, it's not that I don't want to talk to them. I'm just saying, like, if a conversation is not going anywhere, and, like, I don't have anything else to add, and there's that awkward moment before we, both move along somewhere.
Just move along.
I want, like, you'd have an awkward conversation with Dave. See, I understand that you meet somebody you don't know, and
right.
But would you feel weird talking with Dave?
No, Dave I could probably have a conversation with, or at least wouldn't mind, any sort of silence there. Where if it's someone I just kind of know...
All right, give me an example.
Like if I'm meeting a listener or something, or, the Staten Island Twins or something like that, talking to them. I don't want them to think I'm being rude, but sometimes the conversation just stalls, and I don't know where to go from there.
But here's the thing, and I know the Twins very well, the Hippo brothers.
Right.
You could hit these fucking guys in the head with a garbage can, and it ain't going to bother them. They're able to fucking handle themselves and move on. So you could easily say to them, the last thing I feel like getting into is some twin talk right now. Both of them would laugh. They'd have the experience that they're looking for, and they're not here to make you feel awkward.
See, I don't think that would happen.
I know it will. I tell them all the time. I'm not here for fucking split embryo fucking conversations. And I say this to fucking people all the time when I go out to the Ron and Fez parties. I am not wasting my free time talking to someone who doesn't have a vagina. I like to talk to the girls. Bring your fucking chick over and we'll have a conversation. But I don't want your swinging cock going back and forth talking to me about how much you can bench press. It's fucking exhausting and stupid to me.
Yeah.
But those guys, they fucking like you. There's no reason for you to ever feel awkward. Mooch, come on in. I know you. Mooch is a guy that's learning something new because you're showing up at parties now, first time ever, not drinking.
Yeah, that was rough the other night, yeah.
Do you have those social party issues as well?
That was the first time I've ever been really uncomfortable in my own skin. Like, in a long time where I was standing, I was talking to HTG, and I just couldn't, I mean, she was fine hanging with her, but anyone else, I couldn't, like, make up small talk. I really couldn't do it.
So she was the only person?
Well, and then Winnie Cooper, when she arrived, that was okay.
So you're okay. Like me, you want a vagina around, because that's going to keep your interest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times and this is a problem of yours, Fez. When you're having a conversation, you never think, I wonder what kind of face they make if they're having an orgasm. And those things keep me going. That's my own game. I wonder what would be the best position for her. I wonder, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that keeps me fucking happy. I can't do that with a guy. So I have to say, like to a Dave, turn your fucking redhead around and face the wall.
Right.
Because I don't want to talk to you. There's women here.
You have said that.
Yeah.
Numerous times, in fact.
So you're, and it is different going to a social thing without alcohol.
Yeah.
When people say, oh, I need a drink, they're not fucking kidding. People normally, and you, Fez, because you never think of other people, and I'm not saying that to put you down, but that's part of your problem that keeps you nervous. You don't realize that other people aren't comfortable in a social situation. So maybe the twins are speaking to you because maybe you're one of the few people they know at these parties, or they show up to see you, so they're looking to have a little interaction,
right?
So they don't look like a wallflower. Now, I'm not saying I know that to be sure, but most people don't feel unlike you in a social situation. So because you never see yourself as a person there to serve, you feel like, what is this about me? But if you went to a party and go, I'm going to make a couple people feel more comfortable that never feel comfortable, right?
Right.
That gives you what?
That gives me the power.
Well, not just the power, but it gives you a job to do. It gives you something to achieve for yourself. So you find somebody sitting in the corner, and there always are people. Nice people, interesting people, but they don't like to fucking... So what if you said to yourself, all right, I'm here talking about the twins. I'm going to find something out about them. I'm going to be a little curious about them tonight. I'll be an anthropologist. I will see what the makeup of this party is. Who's the alpha male? Who's the person that's hiding something on their own without anybody falling out? Now it's not just the fucking party. You're running a little mystery for yourself. It's like watching a mystery movie.
It's a scavenger
you find out about people, you know? But you go in there and you think, they're trying to take something from me, right? You know what I mean? They're trying to find out about me.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You go to that party and think of nothing at that party but Fez Whatley and his problems. And a big part of you right now is you haven't gotten out of your own head.
Right.
You're not sitting there enjoying things.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yeah.
Boy, this is an awkward social conversation that I've found myself in.
I find myself doing the same things. I was thinking
Absolutely.
like this. And actually, what I was talking to HTG about was, here, this is uncomfortable, and here, it's hard to do in small talk, isn't it? And once we had like a corner of people who felt uncomfortable being in the situation, we were a group and we were talking about it and we weren't uncomfortable anymore.
Absolutely. And my point alone is everybody feels that to some extent.
Oh, yeah.
And that what you do, instead of trying to... A way to make yourself comfortable is to make another human being comfortable. And as you are in service to humanity itself, now you have a purpose at that party. And then you'll be like, I'm going to fucking go up and take a piss, and people are going, make sure you fucking come back, you know, because I don't know how to do this, you know?
Right.
People are not as unlike you as you think. Now, let's go back to the guy. He's sitting there running his fucking cash register like an idiot, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that that's an awful fucking place to be in life? You think that he gets up and he said to himself as a little kid, someday I want to run a fucking cash register in a toy store. That's my dream. It isn't his dream.
Yeah.
He's trying to do something to keep his fucking mind occupied for the 8 hours of drudgery a day. Because I'm telling you right now, I ain't looking down on him. I couldn't do that fucking job. I ain't going to fucking help somebody find a goddamn big wheel. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And he's also being pleasant. You know, I mean, that's a nice thing.
This is one of the other things with you right now, Fez. You are never sure of people's motives. You think that they have motives to hurt you when you may not be right about that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because I don't know where this person's coming from with all this.
Why don't you?
Well, I can't read their mind. I don't know.
So reading minds is not how you're going to find that out. How would you find out about people?
I would have to ask them, why do you want to know?
It's going to be much easier than reading your mind.
Yeah.
Right? So you could literally say, I'm curious about this. What makes you so curious why I'm buying this toy? You could have a really awkward fucking thing where you're running it. You know who does this very well is Larry Sanders.
Yeah, he's thinking
where he will actually say to himself, why do you care? Why do you care what I'm doing? And not to say this in an angry way.
Right.
Like, why do you care what I'm getting? But I get asked this question from time to time. Do you really want to know? Or are you just trying to, waste the time? Did they ask you to fucking say these things to me? Or you could have easily have told them that you're buying it for your niece and you hope that she enjoys it.
Yeah, I mean, I did tell him my niece, but I'm like, gee, it just felt awkward.
It is awkward.
You know?
I'm not going to lie to you. It is awkward for fucking strangers to interact with each other. It's a strange fucking thing. But here you are, you're 63 years old, and you haven't...
I am not 63.
How old are you really?
I'm not even close to 63.
I bet whatever your age is, you seem older. I'm willing to bet that. I'm willing to bet that. But this is my point.
I'm just old at heart.
Yeah. It's my point entirely here that you really need to take on this. And if you learn one thing, if you get one thing out of the show today, is that it's not that you are uncomfortable and the rest of the world is comfortable. It's just not true.
Yeah.
There is a certain amount of discomfort in everyone's life. But at some point, you said to yourself, this feeling that I have is not right.
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't think that works for you. I think that you should think to yourself, what is this feeling that I have? Do other people get it? Do they want it? Do you keep it? Does it move on? Do you get other things? But I feel like feelings come into you and you feel like they just take over you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I totally know what you're saying.
But they're your feelings. You've invented the feeling yourself.
Yeah.
You're the inventor of the bad feeling, which means if you invented it, you can do whatever you want with it.
Right. But sometimes it feels like the Frankenstein monster that I invented that I don't have control over.
Okay. So you've invented something so powerful that you don't even have an antidote for it.
Well, not that I don't have an antidote for it. I don't have myself thinking in that terms of an antidote. You know what I mean? Where it's like the feeling comes in and it's such a normal feeling now that the thought to fight it doesn't occur to me.
And I'm not saying fight it. I think fighting things is probably one of the worst fucking things that you could do. And I pointed this out to you when you and I were dosed before. How to fucking get out of something. And I said what? Go with it.
Right.
You have to fucking... If suddenly we all found ourselves dosed with acid, you cannot go, I don't want to be on acid. You're fucking an acid. You know what I mean? You got to ride it out, figure out, all right, now I need some music. I could use some booze right now. I'm going to fucking need to get out of these tight shoes. You know what I mean? You got to go, how can I make this acid trip work for me? Because you can't fucking fight it off. Matter of fact, by fighting it, you'll fucking die. It's the same way if you're in the ocean, you're getting a riptide. You start being pulled out to fucking sea. The way to beat a fucking riptide is to not be the guy who fucking swims in. You follow it out, and at a certain point, you start to go in a different direction, parallel to the fucking shore. Okay? And you'll get out of the riptide. What you can't do is fight it in.
Right. Yeah.
And this thing that hits you...
You'll never beat that.
Yeah. This thing that hits you, whether you're in a fucking store or whatever, is something that you need to be curious about and not just when it happens to you.
Yeah, that's a good point, because when it does happen, I mean, it's kind of like a flight response kicks in, where it's like, let's wrap this up and get out of the store ASAP.
Or what?
Or, to get away from that uncomfortable moment.
What if you don't, though? What if you don't get out of that uncomfortable moment?
Then I'm stuck in it.
Are you, though? Does it feel the same way as it would the whole... Like, when you show up to a bad party, don't you eventually get comfortable with that party?
Yeah.
You initially have a fight or flight response.
Mm-hmm.
But before you know it, you get to know the people that are around. You get to know where the exits are if you want to go outside for a minute. And you can't and don't stay in that same uncomfortable thing. And that's something you need to think about.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because a lot of times I do kind of stay in that moment where it's like, if it's an uncomfortable situation, how long do I have to stay there?
Right.
Before I can leave.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that normally these things only last moments, right?
Uh-huh.
But you give it a much bigger perspective, like that's how long it fucking is, forever, You go back and you replay it in your mind and you bring it up later like, this terrible fucking thing. But really, it was slightly uncomfortable. You made it through. You have the abilities to answer questions or to stand and wait if you have to, whatever it takes. All the things, you have all the fucking tools.
Right.
You have the tools to fucking be able to interact with the fucking Hippo brothers of Staten Island. Who, by the way, nice enough guys.
Oh,
they're very nice guys.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the split egg thing is odd.
Oh, it's creepy.
But
Sure.
you're not going to be able to do anything about that. They're freaks of nature. But what you got to do is treat them like they were normal human beings.
Yeah, well, it's
with a one
polite.
sperm, one egg.
Right. It's the polite thing to do anyway.
I don't see anything different between fucking twins and Siamese twins. They're exactly the same. As a matter of fact, I'd be more comfortable with Siamese twins because I know where both of them were at all the time. But when you're talking with twins, you don't know if one of them's coming around behind your back, ready to jump on you, start biting your neck. Oh, what a freak. I don't know why when twins are born, they just don't kill one of them. They go, this is the worthwhile twin, and let's get rid of the other.
It's got to look crazy, like a Xerox machine when they're being born. One comes out, then another one comes out, looks just like it.
Even now, I felt like you were looking to agree with me rather than giving your own opinions. I really think this whole time I thought you were doing the agreeable Fez thing.
Oh.
Rather than say, this is the way I really am.
Well,
I think that you're defending something. I think that you're hiding something that we haven't got to the bottom of.
I don't think I'm hiding anything. I think it's just harder for me, like, to get curious about a situation instead of. I think it's easier. Maybe I'm saying easier said than done.
I understand that, but in the same way, let's suppose I threw you in the ocean.
Right.
Now it's going to take more work to swim than it is to sink to the bottom, but swimming is where you want to be if you're in the fucking ocean, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm not saying that it's not more work to do these things. I'm saying you'll be able to breathe better because you're above the fucking, you're not laying on the bottom of the ocean. And I don't know why we get it into our heads that the only thing was worth doing are the really easy things. Babies don't think that way. A baby will fucking work its ass off to do things. But for some reason, once we get by that, we're like, you know what? If it doesn't come to me immediately, I don't want any fucking part of it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm only really good at the things that I already knew years ago. Any of the new stuff? Not at all. It is weird about adults, though, isn't it?
Totally.
And they're like, you ever see this? You'll fucking run into somebody and they're like 40. I'm taking pottery classes. You're like, what the fuck for? You think you can make a good enough pot? Like, you try to fucking talk them out of having interest.
I wouldn't want any pot that they made.
But it doesn't matter. It isn't how good the pot is. It's that the guy is learning something new. And when you get out of learning something new, you feel better about yourself. You know?
Right.
But people are always going like, why? You're not a painter. I remember when I first started to work in radio and fucking do stand-up and stuff, I had friends from my old neighborhood going like this. You never even went to college for this. Like, they want to go out of their way to prove that things can't be done. What are you going to talk about? You're going to run out of things to say. All your friends and life ever do is tell you can't do that. People from our neighborhood, we can't do that. We can't do anything, really.
It's always easier to discourage, though, than to encourage. Because if the guy fails, then the guy who encouraged him to do that, his neck is on the line.
I don't think so. I think you want to discourage because you don't like the idea of your friends doing well.
Well, that's true, too.
That's absolutely it.
Because then they know, like, if your friend's like, oh, yeah, you hear I'm going to go to Antarctica, you're like, now this makes me look like a guy who doesn't go anywhere. So you start going, you're going to freeze your ass down there. You know, a lot of people get killed in Antarctica. You start coming up with reasons that he can't do what he wants to do.
Oh, I'm hugely jealous of my friend Jason, who is taking piano lessons and Spanish lessons at the same time. But because I feel like he'll be a better person.
And do Julio Iglesias songs.
Right.
Well, then that I would discourage him from doing those. But it is funny, like, now, if you met a fucking guy on the street, right? And he said to you, I'm 35 years old and I decided to take up Spanish lessons and piano lessons. You would go home to your wife. I met the most interesting guy today. Oh, he's trying to expand himself. Yeah. But if it's one of your friends, what are you, fucking crazy?
Oh, yeah.
You ain't going to be able to talk Spanish to anybody.
Oh. And if you
Get fingers. You really think you can play a fucking piano?
And whenever I call him up, if he can't come over and hang out, I'm like, what, do you have more lessons to go to? All, clearly just jealous off my ass.
Let's hear some Spanish.
Right. But he's happy. He's doing what he's there. I get mad at the same guy for, working out at the gym. Because I know I'm not.
But you're not mad at a stranger who's working out.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Jeter for working out.
Now, do you go so far like you don't even want like your friends' relatives to do well?
Oh,
you don't want their nephew to make it to the big leagues?
Yeah, I've got humongous... I don't even have to... I'm jealous of my cousin who's on the Mets single-A team, the Brooklyn Cyclones. I'm hugely jealous.
How's he doing, by the way?
He did really well for them, and they're hoping that he gets bumped. This
is what kills me. Your nephew plays, and you saw him as a little kid, right?
Yeah.
You live in Brooklyn. You don't even go to his games.
That's how pissed off I am.
That is the worst possible. It must be terrible to be you. What about you, though? This guy can't put his fingers up his ass and lick his own shit.
Yeah, I guess
but you're doing it.
Right.
He doesn't be able to shave his head to look like he's prematurely balding. You can pull that off.
Right, that's the problem.
You're probably making a lot of your friends jealous.
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Don't?
Oh. I don't think he has a single jealous friend.
No,
I bet he's got some embarrassed friends.
Of course. My friends are, The Bachelor and just people who are a higher level than me. Nicole Atkins, whatever.
Well, she's way higher than you.
Yeah. Playing Bonnaroo and on Letterman. It's ridiculous. I'm very happy with who I am, though, where I am in life. I just wish that I was, higher than my friends.
I think there is something I think the competitive nature, the way we think about our own friends, I would like to know the reason why, but there is fucking truth to that.
Yeah, anyone who denies that, I think, is lying. I mean, do people truly feel good, from the bottom of your soul, good for your friends?
I do.
If they get, a bump up?
No matter what. Like, when you fell in love with Casey and you got married, that was a great thing for me. When you're doing other things that I see you grow sometimes, I'm like, you know what? I had a little something to do with that. That's I think that's a good feeling. So I know what it's like to be jealous, but I think immediately I go in. I think you start to work on that and go, am I really? Is this the way I want to be? Do I want to be a person who's jealous of his friends or family members?
I wish I could change.
You can change, you know that.
I do.
And again, you're not competing against Nicole Atkins. You weren't up for the same album. She did not get the producer you wanted. That tour that she's on is not yours.
No, I know.
It wasn't between you and her to go to Letterman. So it's not really competition.
Right, but I do think, I had a band that was in a coffee house and a battle of the bands, and we were the best. And she played at the same place, and if I stuck with it.
But you chose not to. And by not doing that, if you would have been in that band, you wouldn't be with Casey now. You wouldn't have a little baby going.
That's true.
I mean, you were on your own fucking path.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as there's one path, and who's going to win, Nicole or Dave? We don't know who's going to win this. They better fight each other on that path. You're fucking doing totally different things.
Well, yeah, we are. We really are.
I mean, just because you didn't grow up with Jack White, you're not jealous of him at all?
No, I'm not. I don't know Mr. White.
Isn't that
or
weird,
his
though?
sister.
I mean, there's a guy that you should be jealous of.
Yeah.
He's had some real success.
Yeah. I do get jealous of redheads, though, Because I always feel like, why can't I be on Chicago Hope? Why does Eric Stoltz have to be on that show?
I noticed this. I'm really bad that you don't have a great blog.
Yeah.
Like the other redhead does.
I know. Her blog is better than mine.
Funniest ever.
My blog is...
Mooch, remember when we were going to do all kinds of things with her blog? Never happened.
Yeah.
See what a lazy team this is?
Yeah.
Lazy team. There was all kinds of things. We were going to use the blog for show material and everything. That's why I hate being in meetings with these guys. Because they will say yes to anything in the meeting. And then, all right, like this is it. They get an idea, and then we'll go up. Who's got this idea? All right, I got the idea right here. As soon as we leave the meeting, that's what I think of that idea. This is what I think of the idea that I...
We don't do that.
We do that whether we're doing it consciously or subconsciously. There's only one guy I trust now, and that's the shooter, Pitsy.
Oh, come
Pitsy's
on.
on top of everything.
Well, he won the Beanie Cup today.
Because he wins a few real-world questions.
He's fantastic.
His
We
hand
have
was a lot lower than
a beanie cup in the office. Might work actually.
Oh, I love it every day. At the end of the
It's
show,
not the
I'll
real
hand
beanie
out-
cup, though.
I'll hand out a beanie cup.
Oh, it's a supplementary beanie cup.
It'll be the Ron and Fez beanie cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I think will probably be better than the original.
No, say now we're being competitive. Now we're being
okay.
competitive.
Right,
We're
yeah.
not competing with Beanie.
That's true.
If anything, that's our sister cup. That is our sister cup that's going out to Dave's brother, grandmother, and aunts.
Yep, all of them. All of them but Davy Mac. Can't get his name on that fucking cup.
You're not good at anything.
That trophy. I'm good at some stuff. I used to be a good singer. I know you don't believe me, but I was. I still think I can carry a tune really well.
Can you lose that?
You know
I mean,
what he's-
either through injury or
Yeah, no,
illness?
this is what this asshole's trying to do, Fez. And I'll teach you about human nature.
Uh-huh.
He's getting me to go, let's hear you sing something. So we can have, and it ain't fucking happening. I'll tell you something that he does that's so annoying. So the Brooklyn boys are here, right? And they're heading back to Brooklyn. So Dave, instead of going, hey, can I get a ride with you? He goes, hey, you driving back to Brooklyn, huh? What, over near? Instead of just saying, can I ride with you? What, are you leaving now? You go back to Brooklyn and like my neighborhood? He won't fucking straight out ask, can I get a ride with you guys?
That's my thing.
And it's such a waste of time. And I'm sitting there smoking, and Dean ain't paying attention. Yep, heading back to Brooklyn. So I got to listen to every annoyance. What, are you heading right over the bridge? Right to like the downtown part of Brooklyn. Instead of just saying, can I please have a ride to Brooklyn?
Yeah.
So instead of you saying to me, my little fucking egotistical soul is taking over. I want to sing a song. I used to be a good songwriter. I think I still am. Just begging me to go, why don't you prove it to me, Dave? Because you don't have the balls to say, I want to sing a song.
Well, with those Dean things, yeah, because then it feels like it's their idea that they gave me a ride home.
Yeah, I understand, Briar Patch. I know where you're going for with this sound of Song of the South.
Like if someone has a thing of like mozzarella sticks, they'll go, what do you have, mozzarella sticks there?
I know. You do it all the time. Anybody finishing? Or are you going to take these sticks home? No one else takes fucking food home. But he's always going like this. Looks like no one finished the cupcakes, huh? What's it going to do? Go in the trash? Throwing them out?
Mooch can attest to it firsthand.
yeah.
I was like, hey, Mooch, we have a
He will do. He'll ask this question. What should we do with all these leftover cupcakes?
Why waste time?
Well, wait a second now. Isn't it kind of rude just to say, hey, give me a ride? I mean, isn't that kind of rude? Or?
I'm not saying give me, but you could say, would you guys mind giving me a ride? That's it. That saves us all this fucking annoying foreplay that goes back and forth. What are you taking Manhattan Bridge? You're taking Brooklyn Bridge? Oh, Brooklyn Bridge, right past my house. You're going right by. You're literally driving right by like a half a mile. All right, well, this is crazy. Just fucking say, you mind if I take your fucking ride back with you guys?
Right.
So is that
they don't.
No, I know, but it just I feel like it's not necessarily the socially correct thing to do.
So that's your awkward one.
It's a lack of confidence is what you have. You're not confident enough to think that you're worthy of a ride back to Brooklyn.
Well, I actually consider myself a decently confident person. I thought it was like that's socially, people are supposed to offer you things.
Let me ask you this. Socially, is it better to lie and manipulate and try to get people into things? Because that's what you're doing.
No, it's not.
You're trying to trick someone into giving you a ride.
Yeah.
And that's not anything you do with your friends.
Right. I should be just more forthcoming, I suppose.
Why not?
Right.
What would be the worst thing that could happen?
Well, if I say, could I have a ride? And then they say, well, Dave, we had a place to go, but...
That would be fine. You're saying that they don't have the fucking thing to go, no, we're not going back to Brooklyn, we're heading to Jersey. They don't have those abilities.
Most people, I don't think, when you ask them to do a favor, they decline that. And so then I would be putting them out of their way if they were like, all right, we got to give Dave a ride home, but we're not going to probably make our fucking, what we were scheduled to do.
I think I would be able to tell you immediately, Dave, I'm not going in that direction, or I have another thing.
Right.
And not feel like somehow I hurt you with that.
I think he's just afraid to ask Dean for a favour, because then he's going to want more back. Wink, wink. He's going to want that.
Is that what it is? You're worried about favors?
Nah, I don't think like that. I really don't. I'll do favor for anybody.
Yeah, but can you ask for favors? Like, can you ask your family for favors?
No, it's very hard for me to ask for favors. I mean,
because you're not worthy.
I don't know what it is. I don't think of it like that. But yeah, I won't ask for money. But then I'll say, "Hey, Daddy, boy, I'm cutting a little close this month."
Yeah, I think you ought to try to stay out of that. Since you only work 3 hours a day, you should probably not even say to the retired man. Normally it would be a loan, and here's how I plan on paying you back.
Yeah.
But you just want him to give you money.
Right.
Yeah, you should probably fucking worry about doing that.
All right. I'll take care of that myself.
Earl, you're over there shaking your head back and forth?
Oh, yeah. Because he's done that to me. And as far as asking without asking, you know what I mean? He's like, you going to finish that?
Now, here's Earl's weirdest thing. That he can't talk to all of us together, but one-on-one he doesn't shut up.
Yeah, so
and
true.
I don't know if I've ever met a guy like that before. I can understand like people that are shy in front of like strangers, but he's shy in front of his friends when there's more than a couple.
Yeah.
Now, if it's just you and Earl, you don't get a word in edgewise.
It's so true. It's as soon as it hits
Absolutely.
3 people.
And right now, we are cutting into Earl's talking time because he stays so quiet while the fucking on-air light is on that when the show is over, he has got to talk, and the meetings are over. Then he has to talk the whole time. But like when we had the meetings the other day, never says a word.
Mm-mm.
If there's brainstorming going on, never says a word.
I don't know what it is. I think I for whatever reason, I liken it to public speaking as being a real. It sounds crazy and it is crazy, but I always find it as like I'm speaking in front of like an auditorium full of people.
You got to work on your private speaking because you talk too much when it's one-on-one, and you don't even pay attention to whether the other person is interested in you and your Bootsy Collins story again.
No, but Bootsy Collins, wow. But when I'm on a one-on-one, sometimes I feel like I'm not carrying enough of that situation, you know what I mean? I'm not.
You're carrying all of it.
But do you hear what he's saying? He is afraid if it's one-on-one to let any dead air happen, right?
Oh, okay.
Which means, not unlike you, he has that social problem with being himself with another person. So your way is, I need to get out of here fast. He goes into motor mouth, Bootsy Collins name-dropping mode. My point back to you, Fez, was everybody shares in these things. Me, you, the president, everybody has these things. For some reason, you get it in your mind that you're the only person that has these feelings.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like everyone else is normal. That's true.
Of the people you know, who would you call normal? Who's the most fucking normal person you know?
The most normal person I know is probably HTG. Is probably the most normal person I know.
And she is batshit wild, crazy. I've never met anyone like her.
Yeah.
I've never met a person as complicated as her. And I just had this conversation with her yesterday. When I finally get to know her, then there's a whole nother side that I go, what the fuck? Who's this person?
Yeah.
Call HTG up just for the fact to see if she considers herself that way. Now, why would you bring up her name out of everybody? What is it that's so normal about her?
She seems to just like, she seems very together. That seems normal. She seems to have a well-rounded professional and personal life. That seems normal.
What is her professional life? On being on Pal Talk?
She's in front of the camera 24/7. That's really irregular behavior.
By far. I mean, I think I go out of my way not to have a normal friend. I don't think I know normal people. So I could be able to say, oh, I got this fucking whack job. He'd be perfect for this. He's out of his mind. I consider that like the asset.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I don't think you've given her a lot of thought.
Maybe not. She seems very socially normal. I guess because she seems very comfortable socially.
She's in a fight 50% of the time with people on computers.
She's fucking crazy, man. Hey, did you ever see the clip of her yelling at people on the sidewalk? Just randomly yelling at people when she was protesting.
I don't think it was random. She wasn't like the atomic dog over on Lexington Avenue. But yeah, she'll fucking whip at people all the time.
Dude, I was in her car. This guy did not cut her off. She follows the guy for like 3 miles out of the way until she pulls next to him, tells him to pull down his window, and then tells him to go fuck off and watch what the fuck he's doing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Debbie, you're going to get us hurt.
These were you mean you.
These were two big New York, guys. And it was totally inappropriate. She's a loose cannon.
Of course she is. She is off the rails.
I must have made the wrong pick here.
That's what I was saying to you. Either you're only seeing her superficially, which I assume is what it is. I think that you're really going by the fact that she dresses nice and she looks like, she's together. That somehow and then you give her that, well, everything's perfect in her life deal,
Right, yeah.
Which, by the way, is kind of insulting to other people when you do that. If you know what I mean. Like, well, if I was to say, Mooch, you're lucky. Everything for you goes great. You got a great chick. You've got talents. You can produce radio. You can produce TV. And it fucking takes away the fact that every day he has to work on things himself.
Okay, yeah.
So we almost disregard what other people's things are.
Yeah, you
takes
look
away
at
the humanity.
Yeah, I tend to look at other people and think, oh, they've got it all together. But that's the image they're putting out,
Right.
And you look into that person, you're like, everybody's putting out that kind of bravado and
Absolutely. I mean, why don't we leave the fucking house in the morning just wearing our pajamas? Because we don't want that image to be. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see people thinking of us as, he's a guy who can't even get out of his fucking pajamas in the morning,
Right.
So you get up, you brush your hair, not for yourself, but to put off a fucking image. And we all kind of do it. Everybody does it. What's wrong? You can't get a hold of her?
Can't get a hold of her. She's not picking up yet.
Why not?
We don't know. We're trying to figure that out. She's we tried a couple of other outlets, and she's not picking up at all.
You don't think she's sick?
I don't know if she's sick or not, but she's not picking up her line and not picking up either line.
she's pretty close to a Pal Talk camera. I can be certain of that.
We're sending out all the Pal Talk people to an SOS. And by that I mean my wife.
She'll take care of it.
Well, those two talk all the time. It's
sick,
kind of creepy,
twisted. And yeah, they act like they're not sexually attracted to each other. That's another thing. I don't think she's normal. She says she's not attracted to women. I think to be a normal woman, you got to be attracted to other women.
To be the ideal woman, I certainly think that.
I think just to be passable. Just to be even slightly passable, you have to be willing to do that. Well, you're learning a lot today, Fez. You don't have normal friends.
Yeah, I found that out.
Look
Very quickly.
how agreeable he is. He's never fucking taken his own side. I'm agreeable. Everything you say, I'm listening to. He's not listening to me. Never. I would guarantee you of everything that you agreed to during the show today, you will not try one of them. All your way of dealing is to act like, yep, that's it. All right, we got Deb on?
Yep, we got her.
All right. Deb. Hey, Deb.
Hey, Ron, you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, darling. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
All right, we got in this conversation over here during this special secret show that we're putting on. Guess who's feeling bad about himself socially and feels like he's not normal is Fez. We had him come up with who he thought out of all of our friends was normal, and he picked you as being normal.
Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm honored. I don't know if that's right.
Do you think you're the normal person?
No, I definitely don't think I'm the normal person.
And yet, Fez, that was your idea of normalcy.
Yeah, I thought she was probably the most normal person I know.
What was it? The fact that 23 hours of the day there's a Pal Talk camera as she's, oh, you know what? I'm going to polish my shoes. I better get this on camera.
Hey, wait. Now, I'm not that bad. Come on.
And what about that sick, twisted date that you had?
Sick, twisted?
Yeah.
What was so sick and twisted?
Well, it was somebody who said a lot of inappropriate things to you, crossed a couple lines, and yet you're still willing to go out on a date with them.
Well, you know, sometimes you got to look at people and say there's good and bad, and you give them a shot, and you see where it goes.
That's not
Public
normal,
place,
Fez.
right?
That
No.
is wacky.
See, I didn't know about this date.
She went out with a convicted rapist.
Really,
Yeah.
HTG?
Not even accused, a convicted rapist.
That's very far from normal.
Oh, am I far off base here?
I have to admit that doesn't sound like a very normal thing to do.
It doesn't seem like a normal thing.
No,
to
it
do.
doesn't. But I always see you as a very confident person. Socially, you always seem to like be in charge and
All right,
enjoy yourself.
all right, let's stop that. When you go out to the parties, are you always confident and comfortable?
I mean, it depends what you mean by it. I mean, nobody's really, really confident. You just don't want to show whatever your insecurities are.
Exactly what we said to you, Fez.
Yep.
That nobody at any party is 100% comfortable, 100% confident. I think most of us, if we're going to a party, we're like, why am I traveling all the way over here? Yeah. And then you end up enjoying yourself, once you're there. But on your way there, you're going, you know what, I could be going to a really bad party. This could turn into another rock-a-hole luau.
Well, and everybody worries, am I going to be, socially awkward? For me, I worry, am I going to be too loud, which we all know that can happen.
You need to worry more about that.
That can happen. I have witnessed that.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sorry. Or am I going to have a little bit too much to drink or start an argument?
But again, Fez, do you ever notice at a party she's always looking out for other people?
Always,
and that's something I said to you. You don't look out for other people. You worry about your uncomfortability. You need your own little sheepy to take care of. Sheepy, did you get a little plate of food? Oh, good.
It's very true.
It does help if you have someone to worry about, definitely.
And it would be great if you started to bring the convicted rapists around to some of these parties. Because I'd love to meet them.
I think you'd fit in.
Now, do you think it's normal for another man to lay down next to Sheepy and watch TV in a bed?
No, I thought that was a little odd.
Sheepy told me he did that with E-Rock.
I mean, in fairness, they were not next to each other on the bed, but even
they were
in
naked.
the bedroom. Well,
they were spooning.
Only for a minute.
Well, that's pretty close.
That was only for a minute.
That's plenty. Yeah,
but it was a
I had a dick in my ass, but only for a minute, so it means nothing.
There's no time clocks on gayness.
We thought of another couple that Sheepy hangs around too, so the numbers are just going up.
Oh, yeah, we talked about Weird Sheepy, how I call him Sal Mineo, because Sal Mineo did this, if you ever watch Rebel Without a Cause. Have you seen the movie, Fez?
I've never seen it.
I don't know what to do. The fucking movie has now been out for over 50 years, and he's never once watched it. What do you watch at that house of yours?
I usually watch, Science Channel or Discovery Channel or History Channel.
Take that off. That's why you come in here with bad information. But Sheepy will act like Sal Mineo, where he tried to make a little family out of James Dean and Natalie Wood and act like, oh, we're all living here together. When I was a little kid, I saw that movie on TV, and I'm like, this fucking guy is whacked to be doing this with peers.
Right.
All right, so Sheepy does it with E-Rock and A-Rock.
Yep.
He does it with F Me and Pooter Toot. He does it with you and Casey.
Alki and Solera as well.
Alki and Solera, he'll stay at their house.
Yeah, he has.
And this pissed me off. Sheepy said that Solera gets dressed in front of him.
Yep.
Unfucking believable.
I mean, that's how non-threatening he is. But again, I still think that's kind of an act.
Before your wedding, Sheepy was in the room with all the girls, and we all changed in front of him. Nobody thought a thing of it.
Ridiculous. Come on.
That's how asexual he is.
Yeah,
he's not thought of as a man.
Concerned about that.
This is the way women go in front of a baby, and then remember when you're just old enough to start looking around, they fucking push you in the other room. As soon as they catch you going, oh, wow, look at that. They fucking shove you outside, and you never get back. Right. You never get back to that. All right, who's the other couple? These changing.
We also had ADF and Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And also a girl and her boyfriend, Tidbit.
Young Anthony?
Young Anthony.
He has a nickname, Tidbit?
That's his pal talk name.
I haven't heard that name. Yeah, I haven't heard that name since I was a kid. There was a guy in my fucking neighborhood named Tidbit. I always thought it was a great nickname.
Yeah, he's Tidbit 88, and now Sheepy wants to change his name to Sheepy 88.
Oh.
What the fuck? Single white male?
No. Single
male?
I had to think about it for a second. He's got so many feminine qualities.
What is it about... I think he wants to be the girl.
He does.
To be with the girl or to be the girl?
The girl. He wants to be the girl. He wants to pretend that he's a girl, and he's back with young Anthony, also known as Tidbit 88.
He's going to end up like that pregnant man in Seattle.
I think I'm starting to see why Fez thinks I'm normal.
Yeah, but you hang around with Sheepy. How fucking normal is that?
Well, he's fun.
You let him nurse on your tit.
Yeah, he followed me to dinner last night. I was supposed to meet someone, and he didn't want to leave, and I had to tell him he had to go before.
With a convicted rapist. You were a blind date with a convicted rapist.
Exactly.
So you and that guy hit it off?
Nah, it's just a friend. The guy's just a friend. There's nothing going on there.
Sure. Sure, Debbie.
All right, Deb. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to look into more Chris Christopherson and Towns Van Zandt, and I'm going to give you a short quiz on it later. Okay?
You got it. I'll be ready.
All right, work on the Texas singer-songwriters. Bye, honey.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Deb. This Thursday, Unmasked is going to return to Comics Comedy Club for Janine Garofalo. She's a special Unmasked guest. That's this Thursday, 3:30 p.m. You want to be part of the studio audience? Here's the email address, live@xmradio.com, live@xmradio.com. Put in the subject heading, Janine Garofalo.
I've even got a certain question for first question. What kind of name is Janine? Isn't it Jean or Jane? But why Janine?
Yeah, it's kind of spelled like Jane Ain.
Yeah. And then I'll just say, okay, thank you. Thanks for being Unmasked. That'll be the end of it. Ron, we got another 59 minutes to go. All right, did I ask you the Janine question? You did.
Can I ask her about, she interviewed Eddie Vedder one time for, I think it was Spin magazine.
That's the best thing, to ask people about other people. That really means you have no interest in them at all. When somebody comes in and did a movie with someone. Oh, you're in a movie with Nick Cage. What was that like, knowing Nick Cage?
Yeah.
That's what we did to that fucking kid we had to battle with. My initial question was, so, Nick Cage, is he crazy or what?
Yeah, he was a prick.
It means that you have zero interest in that person. None.
Yeah, I suppose that's like one of they say the journalist questions. Don't say that, and don't ever ask after like a team's won or something. How do they feel?
You know, I had just heard this yesterday. Somebody told me that you act like, because you took one course, everything there is to know about journalism, and how the first paragraph should be most of the information.
Yeah, That's absolutely, yeah, that's the case. But I didn't take one. I took several courses. I thought I was going to follow my gay brother. Right now.
Well, you did. Was sticking stuff up your ass.
Just not writing.
No, I used to write for quite a long time. I took a lot of journalism, newspaper courses, writing for TV.
Well, why don't you write us up an article, Scoop? That could be something you do.
All right, I'd love to. I'd love to write up an article, you know. But what happens is
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break and we'll come right back.
Okay.
And you will interview somebody from the show.
Okay.
And I want it to be a very interesting interview.
All right, that's cool.
Who of us do you want to interview? You got Fez, you got me, or you want to do Earl, don't you? You don't have the confidence level.
No, I'd like to do Fez, I think.
And this will be a real interview.
Yes. I
don't want it to be silly questions.
No, I'm not.
What are you worried about?
Hold on.
What are you worried about?
Change it?
You can't do. You can't unmask Fez Watley.
I'm debating going between Ron or Fez.
I'll fucking destroy you in an interview.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Fez. Fez will be my interview.
All right, I'm gonna leave and let you guys do the next hour as an interview.
The whole hour.
That's how you unmask. What do I get? A 5-minute unmasking?
Well, I mean, that's broadcasting.
I thought you had journalism class.
I know broadcasting interviews are slightly different, but I'll
in what way? You don't get to go to their house and write that. I hate an interview where the first thing is how the person got there. I caught the plane at Phoenix. Before I knew it, we were up in the air. And I'm like, I thought I was reading about you and Sean Penn. Sean Penn's rolling down the driveway at Sean Penn's house. I noticed that the lawn was so manicured. Shut the fuck up and talk about the goddamn movie with Sean Penn. All right, we're going to break here, Fezzy. And we're going to come back to One-on-One with Dave McDonald. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ronnie B, Fez W, Ron and Fez.
Unspecified foul play.
B-U-N-S-E-N. Bunsen. Why are there so many songs about Bunsen?
So you're about to hear a song that has never been heard before. It was recorded in 1970, days before
Eastside Dave
left for Paris. This particular song, it is entitled Bunsen.
All right, here we go, Earl.
Professor Bunsen, I presume, of the world-class Ogilvies. There's nothing left to ruin here at Muppet University. Oh, here's my assistant Beaker, head like a hot dog streaker, ankle pants with a trouser peaker, happy to incinerate, visibly disintegrate, set a fire and roll about, poke as the children shout.
Bunsen, Bunsen, I saw you walking, I saw you talking with Mrs. Nanny. You said, can young Beaker sleep over her load? She said, sure, son, little Bunsen.
Can me and Beaker sleep over tonight? Bunsen! Bunsen! Happy to incinerate, visibly disintegrate, set a fire and roll about, poke 'em as the children shout.
Bunsen! Bunsen!
That is haunting. That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life.
Isn't it special? I tell you what, every time I hear it, I have the same reaction to it. I just am smiling that we have this gem to listen to.
They are people just like us from within our own solar system, except that their society is more highly evolved. I mean, they don't have no wars, they got no monetary system, they don't have any leaders, because, I mean, each man is a leader. I mean, each man, because of their technology, they are able to feed, clothe, house, and transport themselves equally and with no effort.
Yeah, but it's the Ron and Fez Show. We don't normally allow things to get in the way of what our show is, but you've got an interview coming up, Fez, and I'll just try to sit in the back here and try to listen to it. But who's interviewing you tonight?
This is, let's see here, this is a David McDonald.
For The Advocate. He's going to be stopping in, talking to you in just a bit. Now, is this a shoot or a work with you, Fez? Are you going to treat it like it's an interview, or are you going to mock him out?
I think I'd like to mock him out.
All right. Now, I don't know if Dave is listening, but this is something that some people attempt to do in an interview situation. And we can see if he'll engage you.
Okay.
Or whether you'll keep those defenses up.
All right.
But you right away see it as a competitive thing?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Why would that be?
The fact that he feels he can reveal me, he can get my character out of me.
Why is it a negative?
It's not. It just seems like a little game of mental chess here.
But why would it be? You've agreed to do an interview, and we'll see how it goes. All right, here comes Dave McDonald from The Advocate.
Nice to meet you, Dave McDonald.
Look, no, I'm not hanging.
No one's shaking hands with you.
Not shit hands.
You're a Fez Watley?
Yeah. Shit on your hands last week, and we still not shaking them.
Well, no, he's in character.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy. He's Dave now. All right, I'll stay out of the way of you two kids.
Okay.
I'll just be over here doing some work.
Fez Watley. It's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Heard a lot about you.
You seem much older in person.
Let's start
with that haircut.
Let's start from the beginning. Fez Watley. Is that your real name or?
That is my name. That's the name I use. Fez Watley.
That's your real name. Okay.
That is my name.
All right. Childhood. Let's get to you as a child. I'm wondering, you're a professional broadcaster.
Right.
How do you think your childhood affected you in what you do comedically wise? Had any influence at all?
My family owned a radio, so I think that's probably the biggest influence.
But in terms of your upbringing, do you think that it manifests itself in any way of how you perform on the air?
You mean the talking part? Because yes, I did learn to talk very young.
Okay. What inspired you when you were younger? For this article, I'm focusing on what makes you tick and how you came to be Fez Watley radio star. What was the first kind of memory you have of laughter, of enjoying someone else's comedy?
I was probably a rattle that someone shook in front of me, and I probably started laughing then. That's probably the earliest laughing memory I have.
That doesn't seem like a real answer. I mean, I'm talking about a performer.
You asked what my first memory of laughter was.
I was talking.
I'm sure it was, maybe my father holding me or something.
I was really trying to get about entertainers, different sort of, performers, professional performers, whether in radio or stand-up comedy or sitcom stars. Anything that, anything is right here.
So from when I was young?
Yeah.
All right. Captain Kangaroo seemed to be really big into that.
Okay.
Enjoy Captain Kangaroo.
How do you think your comedy tastes have progressed from Captain Kangaroo?
I don't understand the question.
From Captain Kangaroo, okay, you can even almost let's take you through teenagedom. Your teenage years.
My teenagedom?
Your teenage years. What exactly
is this your adultdom?
What were you into your teenage years? Let's go with that. Anything comedy-wise?
Basically just watching sitcoms. That was about it.
Do you think that any sitcoms or sitcoms character have subconsciously influenced how you perform on the Ron and Fez show?
Yeah, probably Hot Lips Houlihan on MASH has probably influenced me the most.
All right. What was the first job, Mr. Watley? What was one of your first jobs in life of all time?
Hand.
I heard somewhere you worked on a car. You were a car salesman. Could you elaborate on
Am I
that?
supposed to fill in the blank here? Car.
You were a car salesman. Please elaborate on that experience, if you would.
I worked on a car lot. I parked cars and I washed them.
Mm-hmm. And did that give you any motivation? I mean, how do you think that motivated you or didn't motivate you to go from someone who washes cars into talking in front of millions of people on a national level? Is quite a big evolution. I'd be curious to hear about that.
Millions.
It motivated me by not wanting wet
who's
feet.
that again?
Oh, I'm Ron.
That's Ron Bennington.
I'm the guy that feels as bored as the listeners. I represent the bored audience.
These are good questions. Okay, Fez Watley, we've heard.
Let me just step in for you.
Sure.
Number one, you already, instead of doing an interview, you get an adversary, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I do. I
He didn't
don't
want
feel...
So why, when you first work at putting him at ease, Fez, why would you see him as an adversary?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Because it's any sort of personal question like that. Now, even if it's not, so personal, it feels like prying.
But it's an interview.
Yeah, it is an interview.
True.
So do you think when I do an unmasked, it's prying?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm just saying the way I feel.
Right. So you would never feel comfortable doing an unmasked episode with me?
No, I probably wouldn't. No.
That's a shame. I think
it makes
people
me
would-
feel really bad about the program I do.
I think people.
I'm a
would-
prior.
Yeah, and people want to hear.
Pest.
No, not at all.
You're not.
No,
one of
it's me having trouble opening up about things.
Absolutely not. You sat around and opened up the whole last break. You're a very open person.
Right, but I don't know. It just, you know what it comes down to?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like, and here's a problem I have. It feels like there's going to be wrong and right answers.
But why would, all I would be looking for is to find out how you create, what your interests are.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that something that you think would be worth sharing with people?
Yeah, that would be worth sharing, yeah. But I just...
I want to go back to you, Dave.
But-
I want you to see what I did with him.
Yeah.
Look at the way that he's behaving differently.
Okay.
Because I came in and let him know, I'm not here to hurt you.
Right.
I'm here to help you share with other people.
Okay.
You came in, you had an adversary, right?
Yeah.
And you paid no attention. You had some
Right.
pre-written questions.
I was trying to soldier on in hopes that he would ease up as the interview progressed.
Do you think it was going to, or was he just barreling in tighter?
I thought he might be opening, but yeah, towards the end he barreled in. But I think yeah, you're right. I should try and.
You should have eased him a little bit,
Yeah,
and let him
I
know
could.
that you're not here to take something from him, but you're here to help him express himself.
I am. What I'm here to do is try and show what are the inner workings of Fez, but really specifically, I'd be curious, and so would millions of my readers, to know what are the inner workings of Fez's comedy. Because
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you notice that you just
Who
used
are
the
you?
word inner workings?
Right.
You just used the worst fucking phrase you can with him.
Yeah.
You're not
No, yeah.
paying attention to what he's saying.
Right.
See, and Dave, there's a difference. Dave sounds like an inquisition, because it is
He
one...
sounds like you got pulled over by a cop.
Yeah, it's one question after... It's not conversational.
Right.
All right.
Like, in a
check
very
my
conversational way, yeah,
By
I
the
could
way,
probably be
I made
unmasked.
the Z-Man throw his fucking pages away, too. It was the worst interview ever. We had a really nice conversation, and then it was interview time, and he started to read, and his eyes would dart around. And then he asked me, you were on the air in 9/11, right? And I started to tell him about it, and he was like, yeah. Yeah, and not paying attention, And he's going look, we better change. And then finally I'm like, look, I can't fucking be in this. Get rid of your questions. And made him throw his questions around and just talk to me. And he's still a really bad interviewer. But he doesn't know it. He thinks he's great.
He totally does.
Yeah.
Okay, Fez. Let's throw out the questions. Let's start as pals. Okay? Let's start the way we could be. All right?
Now it sounds like you want something from me.
No, I don't. All I want you to be is comfortable. And I want to be, I hope this is a fun chit chat. Okay.
Chit chat makes me feel uncomfortable, but okay.
Let's talk about right now. Fuck all that childhood nonsense. It's just me and you talking, shooting the breeze. Comedy. What do you like? What do you don't like? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Comedy. No, come on.
You know that you're a bad interviewer, right?
Mr. Journalism.
That's why you panicked. You realized this is a really bad interview. And on the other side, Fez, you are going to have the worst fucking thing written about you.
Oh, yeah.
You feel really strong now. You're going to fucking read an interview about what a tight-ass prick and you are being defenseless. So you really have, once he's in your life, you're going to have to fucking deal with him. On some level, you know?
Right, yeah.
And your wise-ass answers are going to get crushed because we won't, when we're reading the interview, we're going to be on his side immediately. It's his account.
Yeah.
So this is how
And
you
his
read
point
stuff.
of view.
And you're going, what a dick Tom Hanks is. Kept rushing the guy along. I mean, it happens all the time.
I know. We're just talking as friends. I mean, as colleagues. That's the way I think of it. All right. Let's talk about you on the air. How about that?
Okay.
Just give me an unpleasant experience. Well, just give me
this interview.
Now, again, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what makes you tick.
You won't. You won't get off of that one.
And he's still reading, Ron. He keeps looking at his page.
Look, Fez does not want to expose the bottom of what makes him tick. You have asked him, you might as well go like this. Let's take a look at your dick hole. Let me get a magnifying glass and hold it up to your dick hole and take a picture.
Okay.
For the cover.
Here we go. Let's take this seriously now.
Of The Advocate.
Fez Whatley sitting down here. Just having a good time.
Yes.
Do you have to be sad to write a sad song? Do you have to be in love to write a love song?
You think you're a people person?
I'm probably not a people person.
Okay. And why do you think that is? I mean, tell me exactly what made you that way.
Tell me.
I know.
Tell me exactly everything that's wrong with you.
These are the questions I ask my therapist about myself. Not that I can answer. If I can't answer them in therapy yet, I can't answer them for you.
Well, thank God.
It's basically, give me something, you boring prick. This is literally the worst interview I've ever heard.
It's really bad.
All right. Here we go. Fez.
Yeah, you're still looking at that paper.
No, I'm not. That's nothing for. Okay, here we go. Fez. Fez. When you in the day, okay, the day goes from midnight to midnight. What hours are you happiest? What hours do you feel good? You feel like, hey, I'm Fez Whatley. I'm having a good day.
It's been a while since I could pick out a time frame when I feel good.
Oh. Okay, but if you had to guess. No, I mean, do you? Okay.
So you're not accepting my answer?
No, I am. It's been a while, and that's I'm sad to hear that. Do you think you could turn it around?
I'm hoping
Are you really
to.
this bad of a fucking journalist?
See, why don't you tap out and admit you know nothing about journalism?
I do.
I will say this. I'm hearing a bad interviewer with a bad interviewee. I have never heard anyone more defensive as an interviewee. Why did you ever say you would do this article with The Advocate?
It was a mistake.
It's rough. He's really, But again, I'm just here to help you. I'm here to expose your talent.
Expose?
Yeah, it was the wrong choice of words.
Yes.
We're back to the dick hole.
And the thing is, all you do is the wrong choice of role. The best thing that you do is put stuff in your ass. That's the only reason that you would be on the radio.
No, come on. These are very valid questions. People want to know about Fez.
Again, that is something to drive him into a hole.
All right.
People want to know about you. That is something that you have somebody who's defensive, right?
Yeah.
And everything that you're saying is making him more defensive.
Okay, let's get off on the right foot here. Fez Whatley, what's something you like about yourself? What? Come on, let's be serious here and do the interview. What's something that you like about yourself? You go home and say, God damn it, I just really like that about me.
I don't go home and say those things. I don't go home and say those things. If you're looking for some insight, I don't do that.
Okay, how about this? What's something that...
Now, why wouldn't you follow that up? Why would you now? For the first time ever, he gave you something that was honest about him.
I was going to say.
And instead of staying with him, you're not even matching his tonality.
No.
You went, let's go somewhere else. you literally said, this isn't working with your tonality.
Yeah.
And you tried to jump into another crazy exposed question.
Okay.
But he gave you the first honest answer.
No, you're right.
And I'm not giving him the answers he wants as an interviewer for some reason.
That was interesting. So what is it? Why do you go home and are so sad?
Then why go home?
No, really. What do you think?
Look at his crazy eyes. You've stopped focusing.
Okay, Fez Watley.
Why do you keep saying his name over and over like that?
Yeah. Make
don't
it
you
feel
think
important.
No. How does that make you feel when he says Fez Watley over and over?
Like I'm on the witness stand.
And remember your first question. What's your real name?
Okay. But Fez, just having a good time here, talking about stuff.
That is stupid. That sounds as bad as any overnight DJ in Jersey. You get another 5 minutes here.
Okay. What's something that you do well when you're on the... What's something that you like to do on the show? On the Ron and Fez radio show?
Let's see. I like to interact with everybody on the show.
No, that's interesting. Because a few questions ago, you said you weren't a people person. So do you find that to be conflicting? And if so, how does it influence your job?
Well, the accusations are flying now.
No, I'm not. I'm just, I'm trying to understand you because you said you're not a people person.
I'm not a people person in the sense of, being comfortable around a lot of strangers. I'm not naturally gregarious.
Okay, so why do you think it's different when you're on the air that you can engage people?
Because there I have people that I know, people that I love, people that I trust, and it's easier for me. It's like being with friends or family.
But are you at home? Okay, say you go someplace and you have friends and you have a stranger there. Are you able to communicate with that stranger off the air?
The worst interview. That's what you think people would want to read?
They want to hear this stuff. Fez, just having a fun time here.
Why do you always say that weird
I'll
thing?
try to make him
Fez, just having some fun. Rolling along.
Fez,
You're the worst interviewer.
No, hold on. Wait, I got something here. Fez, what CD is in your CD player right now?
It is the last U2 album. And I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of it.
The bomb, something. How to save the bomb. How to get rid of the bomb.
Dismantle.
How to dismantle the atomic bomb.
Is that the one in your changer?
You know what? It's the one before that. Sorry about that.
All that you can leave behind.
Yeah, that's it.
And how regularly do you listen to that album?
Is that what is really the key to him? How many times he's listening to the same album over and over?
I thought I might get some insight into how he thinks. I mean, some people would say that's a sad album.
I listened to it last weekend, and it's probably the first time in, 9 months that I've probably had it in the CD player.
That was a sad weekend for you, right?
Yeah.
When is that? You said you had a very sad weekend?
Yeah.
Did you keep listening to that album?
I only listened to a couple of songs on it.
What songs?
Stuck in a Moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think. Beautiful Day.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember when that album came out? What you were doing at that time?
Oh, yeah, I do.
What's that?
That was 9/11.
So you're having a sad weekend, and you find yourself sitting around listening to a lot of music that you were listening to around the time of 9/11.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
Wonder if there's any correlation there Why you had such a sad weekend. Now, it would be a question, would you listen to the music first, or when you feel sad like that, do you want to go back to your 9/11 feeling?
Mm-hmm. Those are good questions. No, and I was going to ask.
It's not so much the questions, I was paying attention to them.
No.
I was listening to them.
Yeah. Do you think that music or movies stimulate certain emotions from you?
I don't.
Why do you talk like you've never used the English language before?
What do you mean?
You're not talking like yourself. You
try to be professional.
You know anything about psychology?
I'm trying to be
You
professional.
just talk to me like I'm a lab rat.
No, this is my professional.
Have my emotional responses been stimulated in my rat brain?
No, not at all.
You think he's a rat brain?
No, absolutely not.
If you think he is, just say so.
No, I don't.
Just say I'm interviewing a rat brain.
No. I think his brain is a lot more complex than that of a rat's.
Thank you.
So, in the end...
The love you take is equal to the love you make.
In the end, why are you still on the radio? What about radio still excites you? Why do you come to work every day?
Why are you yelling?
Why are we so angry now?
That wasn't anger. That was like excitement.
That was your pep talk?
That was my excitement, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I still love coming in here every day, and I love working with Ron.
That's a good answer.
Not really. It's not a good answer. It's still a defensive answer. Why do you love it? Because I love it. Why do you still come here? Because I love it. You're not finding out his real motivation.
Yeah.
He gave away a little bit. I like working with Ron. What is it about Ron?
Why do you like working with Ron? Why?
But why? You make it seem like there's something crazy and mysterious, like you're interviewing a Martian rather than another human being.
All right.
I can't believe they gave you a diploma. I never walked inside a classroom in my life, and I know that you're wrong.
Right. No, I mean, what is it about Ron that you like, Fez?
Here's what I'm saying.
No.
It's not so much that you're a bad journalist. You're a bad human being. You are not
That's
a very
what it
good
is.
human being.
That's a broad statement.
No, it's one that needs to be said.
I don't think just because you may disagree on my journalistic skills,
Everyone does.
Across the board, mean I'm a bad person. All right, Fez. Well, I think we learned a lot here, and
I'll disagree with that.
Thank you very much.
I don't think we learned anything about Fez during this.
Well, no.
And I agree that Fez was being a prick at the beginning of that.
Yeah.
But that's, I would have called them out on why did you what are you hiding? Why no one's forcing you to do this interview,
Right.
and what scares you about it?
Yeah.
And I can understand completely a guy who wants to, is afraid of giving up the things that he thinks he's going to give up in an interview. He thinks he's got things to hide. Right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He thinks he has things to hide. I should be saying, don't worry about hiding anything.
Well, you don't say that. I wouldn't say don't worry about hiding anything, because if he brings up something like I killed a nun when I was 14, you're going to put that in the article.
Yeah.
So you don't know what he has to hide or not, but it would be interesting to see why he's so defensive and what you could do to match him a little bit. You were an adversary with him the entire time.
Yeah. See, I thought originally I should just keep going with the questions and then he'll loosen up. It's almost to ignore it, but that probably wasn't the best strategy.
You didn't have that much time in this situation. Maybe if you had 3 or 4 days with him, but you knew you were on a type time thing. But some other people would go, they do those type of interviews where they're yelling at the person that they're with. A, you would have been outmatched with him for that. He's a lot quicker than you. But B, it is interesting to see why he wouldn't even want to do this for fun. Why, even on a fun thing, he would think it would be more fun to mock Dave,
right,
than it is to see whether Dave can interview or not.
Yeah, to take my interview seriously.
So when you did that, Fezzi, was it done aggressively to hurt him?
Not aggressively to hurt him. More of a defensive thing, I think. Because I think if I had gotten into it with him, and even some of the things that I did answer with him, I probably would have ended up crying or something.
You would have cried talking about your career?
Not about my career, but but he asks, 24 hours a day. What do you do? That sort of thing.
Obviously, terrible fucking questions.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I
agree with
mean,
that.
you've been unmasked.
Right.
I don't ask people what they do in the
Right.
middle of the night. I don't ask people, how many women did you fuck? I'm not going to do it. It's stupid, those questions.
Yeah.
A, who cares? What is the really interesting thing about Fez?
The really interesting thing about Fez is he's such a dilemma, because he's so fun to be around, but then he seems to have these antisocial issues off the air. And that's such a complex situation.
So that's the most interesting thing about him.
Well, it's just
to
like
you.
how can someone be so funny and amazing on the air, and then off the air not seem to be as happy as he could be because
You think
he's
there's
so talented.
you think there's something original about that? You've never read about funny people before?
No.
That struggle with
I guess
their,
not.
some of them light themselves on fire and run down the street. Other people become, alcoholics or junkies. I mean, is what you're asking a unique and thing? If anything, he's probably in the tradition of great funny men. So what would be any reason at all to talk to Fez?
Oh, because of the things he does. Because he's a great performer. That would.
But
be the
you
reason to
never
talk to him.
ask him one question about performing.
Oh, I tried.
And guess what? That's the one thing that he can feel passionate about. You didn't ask him about specific bits. You didn't even say what, if you look back over the era, what are some of the things that you're really proudest of, to set maybe the table there a little bit. And why not let him bring up some of the things that he's not happy about before you got into it?
Yeah, well, I guess that chronology was a bad choice on my
They
part.
passed you in this journalism course?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I tried to get into some of the performance aspects. I mean, I was asking him, what, how his childhood might be affected how he performs on the air, if at all.
You said, how does your childhood have anything to do with how you perform any day? Could you imagine a single person answering that question?
I guess not.
I can't imagine that anybody would go into any job and think, well, this isn't much different than when I was 5 years old and I found out my father was murdered. That is so fucking hackneyed and awful. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I think that was one.
You were taking him the questions no human being would have the answer for without years of therapy. And that was your initial question.
I think that was one that I had to ask. Please ask that again. I have no idea what you mean.
And then the other thing is, I think you came in with a couple assumptions rather than trying to find it out. You were prejudiced by what you knew about him. So you're like, I'm going to try to figure out while he's unhappy at home. But he never told you that.
No.
You've got your own prejudice of things that you knew before you came in.
Yeah.
So during the interview, you did not find out why he was happy at home. Now, let's suppose there's people listening to the show. They don't know as much about Fez Whatley as you, right?
Right.
So you need Fez to fill them in on who Fez Whatley is and what he's up to before you get to you're not happy at home.
Yeah. Well, some of my early questions, that was the problem with not doing
Your problem is some college took your mom's money. That's the problem, and that's the lawsuit you should be taking.
Well,
that they owe your mother this money back.
I graduated from the Great Monmouth University.
How many years in?
No problems. I graduated when I was 27 or...
So 9 years?
Well, I wasn't.
You got a 9-year degree.
It wasn't concurrent, or I wasn't 7 years concurrent. Like I took a couple years off here and there.
To what? Travel Africa?
No,
sabbatical.
Work in an Irish bar.
I say
drink.
Yeah.
To become a student of people.
So you wanted to take 1 year off to black out. Right. Just get a nice blackout year going.
It lasted about 2 or 3 years working at an Irish pub.
God, is your life a waste?
What? I'm going to brush up on my interviewing skills. And I mean, this was my first celebrity interview, so I've never...
It's going to be your last. The Advocate will not ask you back. You might have a chance with Penny Saver.
No.
What do you do to save pennies? That'll be the questions you're fucking asking.
Well, Listen, I had far less problems when I very informally interviewed Oliver Stone at
No, you didn't interview
my
him.
brother's college.
You bothered him. That's a big difference. It's a big difference bothering somebody and then interviewing them. It's two different things.
Yeah.
Fez, would you be more comfortable as the interviewer or the interviewee?
Wow, that's a tough question. Probably, as awkward as this was, probably still the interviewee.
Now, why would that be?
Because I think I would have a lot of trouble. I would have trouble with, like, follow-up questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like maybe like the whole making it conversational. I would have that problem as well. Of, like, going off on something.
Why don't you try Davy Mac now? We'll flip the script. Go ahead and interview Davy Mac.
All right, Dave McDonald is here with us.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for doing this interview.
It's my problem. It's no problem at all. My pleasure is what I meant to say.
All right, Dave McDonald, being called one of the breakout stars of XM 202.
Yeah.
Now, is there things that you've done? You've had your head shaved.
Mm-hmm.
You stick things in your ass.
Yes.
Is there anything you won't do?
Fez, I don't want to do anything to the tip of my cock. That's nothing that, I think a guy needs to do.
So there are limits for you.
Yeah, anything that would do permanent damage to.
Now look how he's a better interviewee than you are. But you also did what I call the Charlie Logan. Let me tell you what you've done.
Oh yeah,
you've shaved your head. Charlie Logan always used to do this. We used to work with him at YNF, and he'd be like this. Bob Dylan in studio, and of course he never got Bob Dylan. It would be some bad fucking Eddie Trunk, glam rock band. But he'd be like this: Bob Dylan, you were born in Minnesota, moved across the country to the Village in New York City, where you started writing songs and performing at coffee houses there.
How are you supposed to answer
yes.
that?
Yes is the every answer. No, the only answer you would have is yes. And he's trying to say, I've done my research, and I'm going to tell it to you.
Right.
And he would and I used to sit at home and crack the fuck up at just how long his statements would be. He did not ask questions. He gave statements. Earl, you used to interview a little bit too, right? On your weekend show?
Yeah, I did the public affairs show on WNEW in New York.
And what was that? What kind of people would you interview?
A lot of community leaders, like head of charity organizations.
Would you
like
prep
that.
your questions first?
Oh, yeah. I tried to prep as much as I can. But more often...
Even though you knew nobody was listening?
Yeah. I mean, but on that off chance that someone was listening, I wanted to do a good job with it. And I just wanted to make everyone who was listening at least comcomfortable with it. And
how did you think Dave did as an interviewer?
Dave, he came in, he was like a bull in a china shop. He just put him on the defensive from minute one, and there was no comfortability there.
Yeah. And when you did those things that you had too, you always had uncomfortable people, right? I mean, people that weren't used to doing interviews.
People that weren't used to doing interviews, and you're talking not more often than not about really like horrible things. You're talking about cancer and like cystic fibrosis. I mean,
you ever ask them what's their funniest cancer story?
I never got uncomfortable. But you're extracting things out of them that you would think wouldn't feel comfortable talking.
Remember when you were in the Beatles? That was to me the funniest sketch ever when he used to fucking do that.
Oh, it's priceless. With Scorsese. He got Scorsese. He had the best guests, too.
Yeah.
Scorsese, Paul McCartney.
What did he say to Scorsese? Remember when you...
Remember that scene in the movie Goodfellas where they beat that guy in the bar?
Yeah. Now, Chris Farley's brother Tom has a book coming out about him.
Big Tom Farley. Big Tom Farley writing a book
called The Last Days of Chris Farley about his brother's fatal drug abuse. So... I wonder, could you write a book about your brother's problems? I mean, I don't know if I could do that.
Well, if you had as much money as Tom Farley has, why write it just about his drug abuse? Why wouldn't you write it about your brother, the comedian?
Yeah.
I mean, why? And probably that's what the book is. I don't think it's like. Is it like his last week or something?
That's what it sounds like. I think he talks to some people, some celebrity friends of Chris Farley's, who saw drug abuse and, things they tried to say to him or do for him. So I think it really focuses on that. I mean, and it is called The Last Days.
So Tom Farley thinks he's Bob Woodward now.
With his own brother.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if he didn't write the book, no one else was, right? Nobody else seems like, I hate to say it, because Farley was a sweet guy, but he's not going to be remembered in the same way as some of the other guys who burn out young. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's not going to be kids with Chris Farley posters on their wall.
His movies aren't exactly classics, I mean, Tommy Boy is delightful, but it's a little dated, and Black Sheep is just a bad movie.
Yeah, Tommy Boy was really a laugh-out-loud movie.
Yeah.
And I understand it's a silly fucking movie, but those two guys were funny together.
They were great.
Black Sheep, they were not funny together.
No, I don't know what went wrong with that.
Probably the drugs.
Oh, maybe. And then he also did Wagons West or Wagons East or
Terrible.
something.
Oh,
just
yeah.
awful.
Oh, yeah, that Lewis and Clark movie with Matthew Perry.
He was really good, though, in, supporting small roles, like as the limo driver in Wayne's World or as the bus driver and in Billy Madison, He was a really good supporting actor. He could have been a good one.
Well, he's good, in Dirty Work, where he had those scenes.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's supporting actor where it is just come in and do a scene.
Just a little cameo.
Yeah, but I mean, he was a great comedic fucking guy. You can't take that away from him.
No, he was awesome.
But
on SNL.
did he leave behind more questions than answers? And overall, the thing, like what you're saying about his brother, is that you forget when you become a drug addict and you fucking end up dying, you make a lot of people angry with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not it's not the same way like if you got, hit by lightning and then everybody feels terrible. There is a certain amount of fucking anger at a guy who basically cost a lot of other people money because he didn't go on doing more projects. I'm sure, like we were joking about his family, but I'm sure, they would have rather had him around financially as well as having their own brother. You don't think David Spade's life would be a lot different if Farley would have lived?
Yeah, it would have been huge. But, I mean, doesn't it seem a little late to be... I mean, if he was really angry, I could see maybe, putting a book out the next year. But what? Farley died in, 97 or something?
Well, I'm not saying that he's angry. But I'm saying that there are fucking situations of anger when you basically do something like that.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, if he would have pulled out of it, everybody wanted him to go to rehab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like with some of the earlier guys who people didn't know what rehab is and how to get your friends fucking help. I think they did put him in rehab before, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought Tom Arnold, had talked him into going into rehab.
Yeah, I heard that too. Tom Arnold used to talk to Farley a lot.
So you gotta feel that some people are pissed off at him.
Yeah.
For checking out, even on a personal level. But again, there's also a business level. And it's fucked up when somebody that you're in business with stops performing. You know what I mean? We've all fucking been through that before. I've done it to fucking people at different times in my life where you're going my fucking problems are more important than, everything about that we planned on doing together. That's out the window. So, I mean, to me, does the brother have the right to write the book? Yeah, he does.
But it's also I think it's distasteful. He has the right to do whatever he wants, but it's your own brother. It's a little distasteful.
Have you read the book yet?
No.
Then how do you know it's distasteful?
Well, I mean, I have to read the book to make a formed opinion, but if it's just about Farley's last days and him being a druggie, I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a stab in the back.
I agree with you. I think it would have been a smarter idea to write about his entire life, Yeah,
his upbringing.
Or just what it was like to be his brother. I mean, that fucking belongs to Tom Farley. I definitely want to at least check it out.
Is Tom Farley the same guy who is on the commercials?
They're all Tom
being
Farley.
Chris Farley.
Yeah, I don't know which Farley this is.
How many are there?
I think there's two brothers.
Yeah, I thought there was two.
And one of them is in commercials constantly, and really being Chris Farley.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he can help that or not. You know, because he's going to look a little bit like him, and he's going to definitely sound like him.
Isn't it an older brother, too?
There's one.
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe
yeah.
the whole family acts like that.
Yeah, he's got a brother, Kevin Farley. He does commercial work.
So this isn't the one who's writing the book.
This is the thin one. There was a thin guy
the
who
thin man.
he still looks like Chris Farley, but thinner. So it's like really weird.
He looks like Chris Farley if he would have gotten straightened out.
Yeah.
Well, you should probably, when it comes out, talk to Jay Moore about it because he was friends with Farley. That was Jay Moore's time on SNL.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when this is due out.
Thursday.
It's pretty quick.
Al Roker, he's in talks to be the host
New Chris Farley.
be the host of the new NBC Celebrity Family Feud.
Show me loser.
I don't know how Al Roker is going to be as the Family Feud host. That requires an awful lot of walking, and Al Roker does not get around very well.
Well, he's got to be able to be more mobile than Louis Anderson.
Yeah, he's definitely smaller than Louis.
This is a disgrace. Come on, stop it already with just these flash in the pan game show hosts. Don't give it to Al Roker. Give it to people who care, like real broadcasters.
Al Roker is a weatherman on a national show. That would be considered broadcasting.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be passionate about the feud.
How passionate could you be about the fucking term jump blank? What would you say, by the way?
Rope.
Jump around.
I had jump ball. Jump ball.
Basketball.
Sorry.
Jump start, I thought, would have been my other answer.
That's a good one.
Better than jump around?
Jump around would have got me one of those giant X's with the big, overly loud buzzer.
What did you think, Earl?
I was going to use jump start.
Oh,
me and Earl could have played match game.
Yeah.
This Thursday, it is Janine Garofalo unmasked at Comics Comedy Club. That's this Thursday at 3:30 p.m. To be part of that audience, live at xmradio.com. That's live at xmradio.com. Make sure you put Janine Garofalo in the subject heading.
But see, I thought the whole point that we were going to start and do these at 6 or 7 o'clock at night this year.
That was the total original plan. To have them in the evening, make them a little bit more convenient for anyone.
Can you handle these XM people? Are you not the executive producer?
I am the executive producer, and I take all these things to the XM people, and I get told, no, it has to be this way.
You can't handle them. You cannot handle that crowd down there in D.C. They're too much.
Fuckers.
They're too much.
I'll pitball them if you want me to.
They do enjoy ganging up. They stick together.
I'm looking to pitbull somebody.
What is your whole thing with that?
I like to yell.
And a Gallup poll listed which countries are Americans' favorites. So which countries Americans consider their favorites?
America. I will say
counting
this.
America.
I haven't seen this poll. I'm going to guess that it's a lot of white countries. You're going to see Ireland, England, Australia, and then you throw in France and Italy, where a lot of people came from.
A lot of white countries. There was actually, I think, one in the top 5 that wasn't white.
Where do a lot of other people come? Where do the non-white people come from?
Mexico?
Mexico, not in the top 5.
It's either going to be the Asians or the Latins, so you're going to have a Spain or a Japan in there.
Japan comes in at number 4.
Right. Shit. We love them so much we dropped 2 giant bombs on them. That's how much we love you people. And you know, we never really did get around to saying that was overkill.
No, never brought that up.
Well, we have to keep them in line.
And we don't even see that as something that we're ashamed of, as Americans does. That the only people who have ever dropped bombs, and again, on innocent people. You know what I mean? We dropped this not on armies. We dropped this on cities.
Right. It leveled that whole fucking place.
For some reason, it doesn't bother us. Doesn't even bother us.
Well, because some people say that it would have cost more lives had we gone in.
Yeah, but I thought we didn't go around dropping bombs on normal people. We just dropped them on armies.
That's true.
So number 5 was actually a tie between Israel and France. Number 4 was Japan. Number 3 was Germany. A lot has changed since World War II. We're loving Germany and Japan.
It's very surprising.
There's a lot of people here who consider themselves German Americans, though.
Yeah, but you don't hear a lot of people saying, I'm going over to Germany. You hear a lot more Italy.
You know, I don't like any of the passionless people. I gotta have, I like the French, I like the Italians, they got a foot.
Yeah.
I don't want to go over a German where everyone's so fucking stiff. You know what I mean? I like some people that can dance at night.
Right.
Number 2 is Great Britain, and our number 1...
Are they that great?
They're okay. And our number 1 favorite country, our neighbors to the north, Canada.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
That's very nice of us to say, though.
Yeah, but then that makes Mexico look even worse. Like, really,
They are
fuck
worse.
You.
I think Mexico was 6th.
Wait, but kids go to spring break.
They were top
Everyone
10.
Oh, they were top 10. Okay.
Well, you can't say enough things about Mexico. But I it never even occurred to me to say, first of all, I think Canada is the United States. I don't really even see the difference. I would like to get that whole border patrol. Let's just get rid of that border. That border should just be for partying. All right, that is it for us. See you guys on Tuesday.
That's the end of my show. Donk.
To watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of. I've been told that you've been bold with Harry, Mark, and John. Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday with Harry, Mark, and John. Satellites gone up to the skies. Things like that drive me out of my mind. I watched it for a little while. I love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite.
Ronnie B, SW, Ron and Fez.